here in Davis, California. We are getting ready for Hawaii basketball against UC Davis. The coach who had the prep, the scout for this game, Clay Wilson, we talked to the Hawaii assistant earlier this morning.
All right, Coach. Big high from Saturday off of that win against UC Santa Barbara. We've talked about seemingly the opposite before, too, when you go back to last week. So I'll kind of flip the first question around to you. How do you manage off of an emotional win like last Saturday was, keeping the ability to celebrate those highs, but also bringing it back down to the business end of things with another game here in front of us tonight?
Yeah, I think Coach does a good job of keeping us process-oriented. You know, if you're result-oriented, you can get really high and really low. But if you're all about the process and what you can do better after each game, whether you win or lose, then you can maintain an even keel throughout the season. We talked about it last week. This league has a lot of parity, and a lot of teams have won games they shouldn't have won maybe and lost games they shouldn't have lost. So you got to keep an even keel about you. Make sure that you know that every single game matters, especially when you're competing for a regular season title.
That being said, what do you think was the big difference to winning that overtime game on Saturday?
Honestly, I think our fans had a huge part to play. It was great to see the stand packed. I thought we were a little dead in the first game against Cal Poly. Got out to a 15-2 deficit. And, against Santa Barbara, we held our own early and then felt like, okay, we're in this. And our fans were great. It was awesome to celebrate AC and have all the people there for him. But hopefully we can have some more there for the next couple of games as well.
It's been about 2.5 months since this team has seen UC Davis. Between UC Davis and Cal State Fullerton, it will be the longest layoffs between teams going back to Bold Week.
Yeah, it's 2025.
I forgot about that part. So two-part question here. How interesting does that make the preparation? Because you've got a boatload more film to watch as compared to last time. And taking from that, lessons learned from that first game, however, back in 2025, that leads to how it helps tonight.
Yeah, UC Davis is one of the best teams in our league in terms of scoring after timeouts. Against us last game, they had 24 points after timeouts. So just understanding that our principles early in the season weren't quite there yet. Hopefully our principles save us on some of their ATOs, what they draw up during the course of the game. But they have really good players. They have shooters, they have drivers, they have physical guys. They have about 9 guys who are really, really solid. And just making sure we know their tendencies. They have changed a little bit of what they're doing. When we played them the first time, they were in a different motion than they're running now. So just being aware of that, making sure we know the guys' tendencies when things do break down.
All right, Coach, thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Good to talk to Clay Wilson a little earlier on. Let's get to our injury report brought to you by Hawaii Pacific Health, creating a healthier Hawaii. Hawaii's situation without Tanner Cuff and without Aaron Hunkin-Clater hasn't changed, but we are following UC Davis's situation. A couple of guys got hurt in Saturday's game against UC Riverside. Freshman guard Jalen Stokes and junior guard Niels Cooper. Notable, Cooper is not in the starting lineup tonight. He was averaging just over 12 points per game. They've got Isaiah Chappelle, who's in the starting lineup in this game. No word on Stokes. So both of those, we were told, a game-time decision coming in. And as of right now, with Cooper not in the starting lineup, we will see how that ultimately plays out. But here's the note on Cooper. He played just 5 minutes before getting hurt. First time he was held scoreless this season. That was Saturday against UC Riverside. Obviously, you put an asterisk next to that. Stokes has played fairly well. In fact, he grabbed a career-high 7 rebounds against UC Riverside on Saturday. So those two keys, or those two players, could be very notable if they're not playing tonight. We'll come back. We'll wrap up the pregame when we return. This is Rainbow Warrior Countdown on ESPN Honolulu.
At Dow Electric Supply, we're your local-based company with your needs in mind. We see the light in Hawaii, and rest assured, we are with you all the way. Our sales counter and will call are here to serve Hawaii's electricians, developers, utility companies, businesses, and homeowners. The Dial Lighting Gallery showroom is open by appointment only. Go online to www.dialelectricsupply.com. Open weekdays from 7 to 3. At Dial Electric Supply, we see the light.
Do you hear that? That is the sound of BMW performance without a single piston or cylinder. A generation of all-electric vehicles designed and built like no other. The BMW iX, i7, and i4 revolutionized every drive into a thrilling opportunity to feel the pure rush of BMW 100% electric. But isn't that what you could expect from the ultimate electric driving machine?
Find your BMW today with a test drive at BMW of Honolulu.
Rainbow basketball season is here, and Helle's running full court press on savings. Save 25 cents per gallon on fuel every day when you download the Helle app. That's right, save 25 cents per gallon every single day with the Helle app. Plus, use your Helle Aina rewards points for a refuel or a spam musubi. Whether you're courtside or watching from home, Helle's got the winning play. Download the app to redeem.
Helle on! Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Smooth accelerators. That light turns green, you're off. Like a warm knife through firm butter. Going from 0 to the speed limit in an appropriate amount of time. Sure, your car has horsepower, but your horses prance around as silky smooth as your right foot. Fancy Prancerton. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
Sick of gray, gloomy winter hibernation? At Kohl's, you can make spring come early with colorful accents that brighten up your home, like vibrant cookware and decor, cozy bedding and towels. Plus, Kohl's Rewards members save 15% on home purchases. So shop Kohl's Home Refresh and move on to spring. The weather will catch up eventually. Select styles. Offer ends March 1st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Looking for the perfect weeknight plan? Head to Pearl at Kalawao. Keiki Eat free every weekday after 4 p.m. One free Keiki menu item with every adult entree purchased. And now, enjoy live music every Thursday and Friday night, right in our restaurant from 6 to 7:30 p.m. The perfect soundtrack for dinner and good company. Pearl at Kalawao. Not just great golf, great food, live music, and family-friendly dining at Pearl at Kalawao. Come hungry, leave happy.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
All right, anthem underway here in Davis. We'll come back. Lineups and tip next.
Here's Dr. Andrew Baldwin with a heart health tip from Hawaii Pacific Health.
Heart disease is one of the leading causes of death for men and women, but prevention is key to reducing your risk. Take charge of your heart health by maintaining a healthy diet, exercising regularly, and monitoring risk factors like blood pressure, cholesterol, and your family history of heart disease to live healthier.
To learn more, visit hawaiipacifichealth.org/heart centers.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 808-582-6137 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 808-582-6137 or visit spectrum.com/freeforever to learn more.
Whether you're huddling for an office lunch, celebrating a birthday, or kicking off a baby shower, the Old Spaghetti Factory is your winning play. From office lunches to special events, the Old Spaghetti Factory makes every event a winner. Let them take care of the food so you can focus on your special occasion. Go to OSF.com to book your event today. Family owned and operated and making memories in Hawaii since 1978. The Old Spaghetti Factory, where every gathering is a home run.
Lex Brody's Tire Company would like to say thank you very much for supporting UH. Wear your favorite UH gear into Lex Brody's and get an extra 5% off tires, brakes, and most other services on top of LexBrodys.com Super Saver coupons. You're the best fans, and Lex Brody's voted #1 in North America is the best choice for brake repairs and to purchase tires. Please visit LexBrodys.com for additional details and to set an online appointment.
Thank you, Lex Brody's
Tire Company.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's long-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit LexBrodys.com for the best tire value on Oahu. Thank you very much.
Lex Brody's Tire Company.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know that hiking isn't for you. Sure, it sounds nice to be in nature while exercising, but that's what a gym and houseplants are for. I mean, you don't even like walking upstairs. So why would you walk up a hill for miles? To what? End up high in the air? Come on, you know you're scared of heights. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Pricing coverage match limited by state law.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
From the University Credit Union Center here in Davis, it is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu. And tonight, Hawaii trying to stay at least a share of first place in the conference standings. It's the Bows taking on the Aggies of UC Davis. These two teams separated by a game and a half in the Big West Conference standings. That's the difference between first and fourth here in the conference. Lineups in a moment. First, we pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
This is ESPN Honolulu, KKEA Honolulu, AM 1420 and K224FR, Honolulu, 92.7 FM.
All right, lineups here courtside. They are brought to you by Hardware Hawaii. Customer first. Hawaii's lineups remain the same. In the backcourt, Hunter Erickson at 6'3", 200 pounds from Provo, Utah, the grad student, joined by another grad student, Dre Bullock from Franklinton, North Carolina, at 6'6", 190 pounds. Ike Finlinson also in the lineup, junior from St. George, Utah, at 6'8", 185 pounds. Up front, Harry Rulidev, who was the hero late in regulation for UH, the senior at 6'9", 230 pounds, and Isaac Big Fish Johnson, a 7-footer at 240 pounds from American Fork, Utah. Hawaii wearing their green jerseys, black and white top of trimming on the sides under 11th year head coach Eran Ganot. On the other side, for UC Davis, their lineup a little bit different. Carl Daughtery Jr. is back in the lineup, missed the last couple of games. Daughtery Jr., a senior from Maumelle, Arkansas at 6'3", 200 pounds, joined by redshirt freshman Marcus Wilson at 6'3", 180 pounds from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and the team's leading scorer, tied for the team's leading scorer, Connor Sevilla, junior from San Ramon, California at 6'6", 210. He is their leading scorer. Up front, Nico Rochak. Rochak, a grad student from Geneva, Switzerland at 6'9", 230 pounds. And rounding out the five, Isaiah Chappelle, a sophomore from Los Angeles, California at 6'9", 225. UC Davis in their white jerseys. The UCA logo in front as the ball about to be tossed in the air. Opening tip brought to you by HGEA. Hawaii works better when we do. It's won by the Bows, who go from left to right on your device. Harry Rulidev dribbling high right side, and he travels with the pressure on Marcus Wilson right in front of him. A turnover 8 seconds in. Keys to today's game brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. Napa, we've got you covered for Hawaii. Get off to a good start. And at the same time, UC Davis may want to try to get themselves in foul trouble early on. That's something that they got to pay attention to early. As inside, Chappelle brings it out top of the arc. Here's a three away. It is good. Straight on from Daughtery Jr., the senior who was recognized before the game. A 3-0 UC Davis start. 19:31 remaining here in the half. Rulidev stops at the angle. Floats his pass out near the midcourt circle for Erickson. Gets a Rulidev screen. Keeps the bounce. Twists near the short corner, turns toward the low block, has Wilson on his back, flings it inside, finds Johnson middle of the paint, misses it as it rims out, and the rebound grabbed by Rochak. UC Davis going from right to left. They are tied, a three-way tie for fourth place in the conference standings. Wilson, hard dribble left of the lane, almost lost it near his feet. He'll back down Bullock, bring it out up top to Rochak. Johnson guarding him out near the three-point line. Rochak will get into the corner, right for Chappelle. Slings it out for Wilson between the rings. Timer down to 4 against Bullock. Wilson gets in the lane. Floating right-handed, 2 that's around and in. 5-0 start for UC Davis. 18:41 remaining in the first 20. Erickson the other way, turning with his dribble, top of the key, goes to the wing, and Finlinson, his first touch. Off a really left screen, Finlinson gets in the lane, stops, turns, puts up a right-handed little mini hook middle of the paint, gets it to go, and that gets Hawaii on the board. 5-2, UC Davis ahead. 18:20 left here in the half. Wilson between the circles, floats it high post left for Rochak. Squares on Johnson, looks inside, bounce pass, knocked free by Finlinson, couldn't keep it in bounds. It will stay with UC Davis with the shot timer at 15 seconds. 18-11 here on the game clock. Wilson looking to bring it in. Still looking. Baseline near side, gets it to Daughtery Jr. in the corner. Back out high side left for Wilson. Timer down to 9. One hands it right for Sevilla. Gets in the lane. Sevilla just throws up a 2 right of the lane. Missed it, but he's fouled. And Sevilla will head to the foul line. Teams leading three-point shooter and free throw shooter, in fact, leads the conference in both of those categories. He is 89.4% from the free throw line. Although he missed 2 on Saturday, makes the first here. Sevilla was 11 of 13 from the free throw line in their win over UC Riverside, 78-73 on the road. Second foul shot, good. 7-2 Aggies. 18:02 here in the half, and UC Davis kind of showing a trapping full court press here. Hawaii will get across midcourt with Erickson, and they'll look to run their half court offense. For Rulid F, his pass for Bullock, a little errant near the top of the UC Davis bench and thrown away, and Hawaii's going to turn to its bench. Rulid F coming out, Gitas Namiksha coming in. That's 2 turnovers for Hawaii's captain in just over 2 minutes. 7-2 UC Davis, 17:48 left in the half. Between the rings, Wilson. Behind the back dribble, goes off the back of his leg, and it ends up with Erickson. 5-on-2 the other way. Johnson passes left for Bullock. He'll get the offhand lay-in left side of the paint to go. Hawaii gets the transition 2 off of the turnover, and it's 7-4. The other way, here's a drive into the corner. Daughtery for 3. Misses short. Bullock comes up with a rebound. He's going to push. Has Finlinson ahead to his left. Throws it out for Namiksha at the wing. Top of the arc. Johnson fires for 3. Knocks it down. And that ties the game. 7 apiece. 17-13 in the half. That 3 brought to you by Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Life Matters. That's 5 points off the transition. 1 off the turnover. And 1 there off the missed shot. Wilson twisting off the screen. Looks out, finds Sevilla between the rings. Sevilla bounces it inside, finds Rochak as Bullock goes down to the ground, and Rochak is called for traveling. Jim Less looking over. That was a very physical possession. Bullock is working off the screen and was tugging the back of the shorts of Wilson and then went down. Bullock trying to hang in that possession defensively. We're tied at 7, 16:50 here in the half. Erickson passes high right side to Namiksha. Back up top, Johnson, another 3. That's off the left rim. Rebound grabbed by Wilson, and he'll look to push the floor for UC Davis. Finds Sevilla just below the wing. He'll penetrate right of the lane, and he draws a bump on Isaac Johnson, who came out to meet him right at the free throw line. First foul on Johnson. As we see Yassine Toomey enter the game. Toomey comes in for Johnson. Inbound goes to Rochak. Now high right side, Wilson. Snaking with the dribble. Goes left of the lane. Cut off the low block. Out to Chappelle. Quick trigger 3 at the wings. Off the right rim. Toomey grabs the rebound away from his teammate, Dre Bullock. The other way comes Erickson. Behind the back pass. Top of the arc for Toomey. Toomey moves it to the left wing. Finlinson thought about the 3. Doesn't take it. It's a hard drive going toward the middle of the floor. Twists around to the short corner. Looks out for Namiksha. That's through his hands and out. That is 3 unforced turnovers on Hawaii. A little uncharacteristic. We'll see Bullock come out. Kerr come in. Hawaii's really got to settle that down. 2 passes through the hands of teammates and a traveling violation less than 15 seconds in. We're even at 7, 16:05 here in the half. Wilson jogs across midcourt, high left, guarded by Zay Kerr. One hands it up top to Sevilla, runs right back to Wilson, and Sevilla will be called for a moving screen. His first foul. That's reminiscent of like a pick play in basketball. Sevilla underhands the pass and runs right into the defender. Easy moving screen for the officials to call. We've got 15:57 left in the half. We're even at 7. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Do you hear that? That is the sound of BMW performance without a single piston or cylinder. A generation of all-electric vehicles designed and built like no other. The BMW iX, i7, and i4 revolutionize every drive into a thrilling opportunity to feel the pure rush of BMW 100% electric. But isn't that what you'd expect from the ultimate electric driving machine?
Find your BMW today with a test drive at BMW of Honolulu.
Who doesn't love a good pizza? Visit Slice of Waikiki, your favorite pizza by the Slice Shop. For over 13 years, they've been serving up huge, freshly made slices and delicious appetizers for locals and visitors alike. Drop by their new location at 333 Seaside Avenue to instantly satisfy your pizza cravings by the slice or build your own whole pie masterpiece. Visit sliceofwaikiki.com for pickup, delivery, and catering options. Slice of Waikiki, freshly made pizza with aloha.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
UC Davis and Hawaii tied at 7, 15:57 left in the half. Hawaii basketball brought to you by Lex Brody's Tire Company. Wear your University of Hawaii apparel when you visit any Oahu Lex Brody's location and get an additional 5% off of your purchase. 3 teams tied at the top of the Big West, Hawaii, CSUN, and UC Irvine. At least one team will be there, maybe 2, and the reason why, UC Irvine and CSUN play one another coming up in just about 18, or in fact, coming up at the top of the hour. CSUN has been hot, one of the hotter teams in the Big West up to this point. That's a critical one. Winner of that game will be at least in a share of first place if Hawaii wins tonight. If Hawaii loses, winner of that game will be all alone in first place. So we'll watch that game. We'll give some scores as we're in the second half. Gitas Namiksha will inbound far sideline for Hawaii with Erickson, Finlinson, Kerr, and Toomey, the 5 on the floor. As Namiksha enters it in, UC Davis will pick up just right at midcourt. Erickson gets his pass elbow right for Toomey, squares on his man, jabs, goes out high left for Erickson. Toomey sets a screen for him. Erickson uses it. Has it top of the key. Moves it near side for Kerr. 14 to shoot. Back up top, Finlinson. 3 ball away off the short rim. Rebound tipped out. Finlinson's got it back. And a fresh 20 for UH. Namiksha. Hard dribble left. Finds Kerr coming to the ball. Kerr up top for Toomey. Moves it to the near wing. Erickson. 7 to shoot. Back to Toomey. Gets in the lane. Kicks it back out up top. Kerr for 3. Off the right rim. Rebound inside. We'll get a foul on Namiksha as he made contact with Omer Soljanovic. First on Namiksha. With 15-18 to go here in the half. Hawaii getting a couple of looks out of that possession. Good looks, just didn't fall. Wilson between the rings against Kerr. Bumps off the screen. Wilson looks inside for Chappelle, and Kerr does a nice job recovering on the play, swatting the pass out of bounds. It will stay with UC Davis as Braden Fagbemi will check in for the Aggies. A junior from Naperville, Illinois, 6 feet tall, 185 pounds. Leads the team in assists with 4.3 a night. Inbound in, Daughtery Jr. left corner, and back out for Fagbemi. One hands it near side, Sevilla. Gets in the lane, pull up 12-footer, that's good. And Connor Sevilla is on board with his first points. UC Davis takes a 9-7 lead. 14:52 remaining here in the half. Kerr dribbling above or holding it above the right wing. Man falls down. Kerr drives and kicks. Namiksha left corner, triple try. Good. And Hawaii's second 3 here in the half. Bows take the lead 10-9. 14:35 here in the half. Fagbemi the other way, leaning inside the arc. Passes out left angle. 3 misses from Chappelle. Rebound grab by Erickson. And he'll jog it up the timeline left to right. Goes away from a Toomey screen. Erickson drew help. Kicks right side for Kerr. Now they get it to Toomey just off the low block. Squares on Chappelle. Now we'll skip it left corner. Erickson, touch pass to Namiksha, wants another three. Misses short from the left slot, and a rebound grab by Chappelle. Quickly, Fagbemi the other way. Driving right of the paint, bounce pass underneath. Difficult two for Soljanovic, goes in off the feed, and UC Davis back up front, 11-10. 13:55 here in the half. Erickson finds Toomey. Right slot, looking to lob it up for Namiksha, and his pass a little too strong and out of bounds. Saw Namiksha, I think, try to take one of those X cuts left side, getting to the rim, and that pass just had a little too much on it. 13:48 to go in the half. 11-10 UC Davis. Officials in this game tonight, Brooks Wells, Eric Curry, and Ronald Groover. As Fagbemi will bring it ahead. Also leads the team in steals, so he works hard on both sides of the ball. Fagbemi bounces it, elbow left. Niko Rocek back in there. Skips it right side corner. Finds Soljanovic. And we'll get a foul here on Hawaii. Namiksha may have picked up his second trying to guard Soljanovic, and he did. So Isaac Johnson will come into the game for him. So Hawaii's back to its starting front court on the floor with Rulidev and Johnson. As the inbound quickly brought into Fagbemi at the top. Out right wing, Sevilla. Quick trigger three. That's around and out. Rebound grab by Kerr. That one went about a third of the way down. Just wouldn't stay down. Kerr, hard dribble right. Leans in on Daughtery. Kicks out for Rulidev at the wing. One-on-one with Rocek. Takes him in. Leaning. Goes reverse. Gets the lay-in. Rulidev knew he had the quicker step off the dribble. Took it to Rocek and was able to get the two. Hawaii leading 12-11. 13:09 here in the first half. Soljanovic holding to it, left wing, looks inside, pass deflected by Erickson. They were looking for Sevilla, and it's taken away by Kerr. Kerr will find Johnson, top of the key, squares on Rocek, dribbles to the left elbow, hands it to Kerr. Kerr back to Johnson, fakes the three, drives on Rocek, gets to the rim, forces up a left-hand lay-in for two, and gets it to go. 5 for Johnson. After what could be described as a miserable performance last Saturday. 14-11 UH, 12:34 here in the half. Fagbemi off the screen from Rocek, leaning right, goes to Sevilla at the wing, steps back, takes a three over Erickson. That's off the back rim, but we've got a foul away from the ball. That's going to go on UH, and that's going to be the first on Isaiah Kerr. That's off the rebound attempt in the lane. Bullock's going to come back in, Finlayson out for Hawaii, and UC Davis will get a baseline inbound. That's the 15th foul on UH here in the half. 2 more, and that will send the Aggies to the free throw line on every common foul the remainder of the way. Inbound, Fagbemi looks, gets to the corner right in Daughtery, and back out for Fagbemi. 15 on the shot timer. Going to cross over Erickson, drives left lane line, brings it back out, dribbling off his knee, finds Wilson, gets by Kerr. Wilson for 2 is good, and Kerr picks up his second foul. This was the concern as Kerr made body contact on the right side. This was the concern. Foul trouble here on UH. UC Davis would try to take it in on him, and they've kind of succeeded. AJ Economou is going to come into the game here for Kerr. Economou, sophomore guard from Santa Monica, California. Also in Chase Rollins coming in for Carl Daughtery Jr. for UC Davis. But that's now 2 fouls on Namiksha, 2 fouls on Kerr. Both off the bench. That's fine, but both critical pieces with Hawaii already short on numbers as the free throw misses and Bullock grabs the rebound. 14-13 UH, 12:08 to play in the half. UC Davis showing a trap as Hawaii beats it across midcourt. As Bullock finds Erickson standing in the midcourt logo right on the edge of the A, right in the middle. Erickson gave up the dribble, floats it for Johnson, high left side. Skips it right wing, Rulidev. Looks to take Rocek into the low block off the dribble. Does, turns, goes up and under on him. Right-hand lay-in misses. But Rocek's going to pick up the foul. And Rulidev will shoot free throws when we return. We've got 11:48 remaining in the first half. Hawaii leading UC Davis 14-13. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
At Dow Electric Supply, we're your local-based company with your needs in mind. We see the light in Hawaii, and rest assured, we are with you all the way. Our sales counter and will call are here to serve Hawaii's electricians, developers, utility companies, businesses, and homeowners. The Dial Lighting Gallery showroom is open by appointment only. Go online to www.dialelectricsupply.com. Open weekdays from 7 to 3. At Dial Electric Supply, we see the light.
Aloha from Waiakea. As a proud corporate sponsor of University of Hawaii Athletics, we're committed to keeping our athletes and fans hydrated with delicious volcanic water straight from the Big Island. Our water originates atop the Mauna Loa volcano as rain and snow melt, filtering through thousands of feet of porous volcanic rock and re-emerging at the surface as refreshingly crisp, naturally alkaline water. Learn more at waiakea.com and find us at most stores across the islands. Live aloha, drink Waiakea.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
11:48 left in the half. Hawaii's got a 14-13 lead on UC Davis as Hawaii basketball is brought to you by Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Life matters. Leading scorers so far, Big Fish Isaac Johnson with 5 on 2 of 4 shooting. Marcus Wilson, Connor Sevilla, each with 4 for UC Davis. It appears the Aggies are without Niels Cooper. He wasn't in the starting lineup. We were told he was kind of a game-time decision tonight. So was Jalen Stokes, the freshman. Haven't seen either of them so far. We'll see if there's something worth noting later as this game goes along. But Harry Rulideff will head to the free throw line. Rulideff fouled out on Saturday, but not before scoring 10 points. Was 4 of 6 from the field, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, and really had struggled as of late. But through his struggles, and you heard Eran Ganot talk about it in our interview after Saturday's game, just trying to find a way to make a difference. If he's got that matchup with Rochak on him, that might be the difference he's looking for. That's a mismatch that he's already tried to exploit off the dribble twice now here in this first half. Rulideff, a 78% free throw shooter. One other game we're watching, and it's underway, UC Riverside and UC Santa Barbara. UCSB is in a tie for 4th place in the conference as Rulideff misses the first free throw off the left rim and short. UCSB tied with Cal State Fullerton and UC Davis. Cal State Fullerton is off tonight. Second foul shot, good. Hawaii has a 2-point advantage, 15-13, with 11:47 left in the half. Baghdadi bringing it up the floor. Soljanovic, Rollins, Wilson, Rochak on the floor. Wilson uses a screen, one hands up top to Rochak. They look inside for Soljanovic. A couple of extra passes out to Rochak. Left wing Wilson, 3, good. Really, that kind of got burned on the backdoor cut somewhat, but it led to an extra pass to the corner, to the wing, and around to the Wilson 3 to give the Aggies a 1-point lead, 16-15. Erickson off a Johnson screen, lost the dribble, recovers with Bagbemi on top of him. Out to Bullock, rejects the Johnson screen. One hands it back to him. Johnson straight on, triple try. That's good. His second here of the half. 8 for Big Fish. Hawaii back up 18-16. 10:57 here in the half. Bagbemi, high right slot, gives up his dribble, finds Rochak top of the key, and around left goes to Wilson. Up top to Soljanovic, moves it right wing for the freshman Rollins. Back up top, Rochak. Johnson steps in front and steals the pass. Up ahead, finds Economo. Lost it as he wasn't expecting the pass, then tipped around. He turns it over. Wilson right wing, pull up 14-footer. That's good. Economo wasn't expecting Johnson to pass it across the lane, and then it tapped back to Johnson and off of Economo's head. It was a turnover, a needless one, Hawaii's 5th, and it turns into points for UC Davis to tie it at 18. Erickson double team to the low block, finds Johnson middle of the paint, twists around, leans in. Blocking foul is going to be called on UC Davis, and the basket will count. Boy, Marcus Wilson got leveled in the paint. He's called for the blocking foul. I think he was in the restricted area when the contact was made. And Wilson, I think, going over talking to the coaches. I mean, he got licked right on that pivot inside. Wilson talking to one of the coaches. They counted the basket. I don't think it shows up on, there we go, 20-18. It does show up on the scoreboard now. And the free throw for Johnson, that's good, 21-18. I wasn't sure if UC Davis was trying to stall to try to force the officials to look at anything if they thought there was contact that they could deem flagrant, but they didn't find any. Halfway through the first period, Hawaii a 3-point lead and now into his zone. High post right, Sojanovic drives left of the lane, leans on Johnson, goes up for two, no, gets his own rebound and rolls it back in off the left rim. 21-20, Hawaii, 9:45 left in the half. Erickson, high right side, leaning on Fagbemi, gives up his dribble, then Fagbemi's hands right in the grill of Erickson. There was contact, and there's the first foul on Braden Fagbemi. As you see Isaac Finlinson come into the game here for Economo. Bullock will inbound right at the head of the UC Davis bench to our right. Bullock looking, finds Erickson, high right side of the floor. Looked like UC Davis was going to go into a zone. In fact, they kind of are here, kind of a matchup zone here. Rulli at high left, across to Finlinson above the wing. Goes into the post in Johnson. Backs down Rochak, floats one up, too high off the glass with his left hand, misses. Rochak the rebound, will bring it ahead near side for Wilson. Wilson, hard dribble on lane line left, cut off by Erickson, up top for Rochak, 3-ball away. It's off the right rim. Long rebound grab by Bullock. 9:09 to go, Hawaii by 1. Bullock, top of the arc. Goes to Rulli at the wing. He'll dribble out to the slot, poked away by Fagbemi. He recovers. Rulli looking for somewhere to go. Finds Finlinson coming to the ball well away from the basket. Now up top, Johnson. Underhands his pass right. Erickson at the wing for three. That's good. And Hawaii's got its fourth three of the half to take a 4-point advantage. 24-20. 8:42 here in the half. Johnson was dribbling inside the arc. Sometimes he likes to just take that drive himself right of the lane. Instead, threw it out. The defender was sagging under. Erickson had a chance for three. Fagbemi driving his shot, blocked by Johnson, coming in from the weak side, middle of the paint. Ahead comes Erickson, pull up three. Got it! 2 in a row for Hunter Erickson. Hawaii's got its largest lead. It's 27-20. 8:15 remaining here in the half. Fagbemi away from his screen, goes to Sojanovic right of center. And a one-hand pass far side right, Wilson. Wilson gets inside the arc, finds Rochak now near side Rollins. He drives, tries to throw it baseline across, and it's taken away by Rulli. Kind of a weak pass. Here comes Erickson. Johnson straight on three. That's off the left rim. Rochak gets the rebound away from Rulli, and UC Davis has a 4-on-4 the other way. Fagbemi to the free throw line. Moves it high right to Wilson. Steps back, takes the three over Bullock. Misses short. Wilson hits the ground. No whistle. And they will play on as Hawaii brings it ahead and will slow it down. 7:30 left in the half. Erickson between the rings. Moves it high left side, looking for Johnson. It's out of his reach and out of bounds. Another careless error by Hawaii. It's 6th. So we got a timeout here. 7:21 to go in the half. Hawaii 27 and UC Davis 20. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Aloha, Kanoa Leahy here. I want to tell you about a special Kama'aina company I love, Kahala, the original Aloha shirt since 1936. Locally owned and operated in Honolulu, Kahala has been crafting iconic Aloha shirts for generations. To celebrate 90 years of Aloha in 2026, Kahala will be releasing limited edition shirts honoring each decade, from the 1930s to the 2020s. They look great and feel even better. Support local and check them out online at kahala.com, on Instagram at Kahala, or at one of their 6 locations island-wide.
Looking for a checking account that actually rewards you? Open an eLife or Kasasa Cashback checking account with Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Set up direct deposit and get $100. Already a member? Refer friends. They'll get $100 when they join, and you'll earn $50 for every successful referral. It's easy, rewarding, but only for a limited time. Visit HawaiiUSAFCU.com/welcome gift for details or stop by any branch. Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Life matters. Insured by NCUA.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
We've got 7:21 to play here in the half. Hawaii holding its largest lead, 27-20 on UC Davis, thanks to some fantastic three-point shooting. Hawaii is 5 of 10 from outside the three-point line here in the first half. A couple knocked down from Isaac Johnson. Hunter Erickson knocking down 2 in a row. Giannis Namiksha has knocked down a shot as well, although we kind of watch him a little bit because Namiksha has 2 fouls. He's going to have to be on the bench for a little bit. So that's something we're going to have to pay attention to as we go. But Johnson's the game-leading scorer here with 11 points. Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu, brought to you by Kahala, the original Aloha shirt since 1936. Pick one up for yourself at one of 6 Kahala stores island-wide or visit kahala.com. As we mentioned, there are some key games on the scoreboard today in Big West men's basketball. UC Riverside and UC Santa Barbara is one of them. Gauchos trying to recover from the overtime loss in Manoa last Saturday and wanting to stay in that top 6. You got 3 teams at 11-5, 3 teams at 10-7. UC Santa Barbara has a 22-21 lead with 6:17 left in the half. As the Aggies will inbound far side of the floor in the corner. 7 of the 8 slots in the Big West tournament has been filled. 1 more could be filled tonight in that Long Beach State Cal Poly game. We'll tell you about that here in a little bit. Wilson finds Chappelle, top of the arc, hands it back to Wilson coming to the ball. Bounce pass finds Sevilla in the lane, stops at the low block, cut off by Finlinson. Out high right, Chappelle, and to the wing, Carl Daughtery Jr. One-handed back high left, Sevilla against Finlinson. High right for Soljanovic, drives right of the lane, lost the ball out of bounds. UC Davis turns it over for the 7th time. We've had 13 turnovers between these two teams with under 7 left in the half. That Long Beach State Cal Poly game, if Cal Poly wins, they clinch the final spot in the Big West tournament, and that would set the eliminated teams as Finlinson drives on Sevilla, gets by, lay-in misses, but we'll get a goaltend call as it looked like Chappelle got his hand on it late. So give Finlinson the 2 on the drive-by. Lead extends now. It's 29-20. 6:43 left here in the half. Between the rings, here's Wilson. Moves just above the high post right. Chappelle passes back to the right wing. This is Wilson off the screen. Gets in the lane. Throws it out wildly left. Somehow Daughtery Jr. tracks it down. Leaning in on Finlinson. Pull up 14-footer. Misses off the back rim. Bullock comes up with the rebound, and he'll bring it up the floor himself for Hawaii. Bullock looks inside, finds Toomey to the rim. Missed the lane. He goes to the ground. No whistle. Toomey thought he got hit in the side of the face. Wilson the other way, leaning. Looks inside, finds Chappelle. His 2 rolls in. That breaks a stretch of 4 missed shots and over 3.5 minutes without a point for the Aggies. They trail 29-22, 5:53 remaining in the half. Finlinson, top of the arc, spins on his man, gets in the lane, tried to fling it across for Toomey. It's knocked out of bounds, trying to go across the lane right to left. It will stay with UC Davis. Hawaii wants to ask the officials to look at the play with Toomey earlier, where Toomey argued he got hit in the head. And I don't think the officials are going to look at it. The inbound lobbed into Rulideff, right side of the lane, missed the easy 2, but rebound off of Rochak. Yeah, it's too late now to ask. In fact, I hear the official telling Hawaii coach Eran Ganat it's an incidental contact, and that's why, in their view, they're not going to review it. But plays continued anyway. So I don't know if they could have looked at it regardless after play went in. Inbound into Rulideff, backing down Sevilla, turns, right-handed hook, that short, rebound loose and grabbed by Chappelle. Those are 2 point-blank misses that Rulideff needs to knock down. 5:30 to go in the half, and Wilson drives by Roulette F and scores. 29-24. UC Davis trailing by 5. 5:21 remaining in the half. Erickson dribbling to the high angle left, finds Bullock, free throw line extended. One hands it back out to Roulette F, and now up top Finlinson. Off a soft screen, he keeps the dribble, has Chappelle on him. Wants Erickson to come to the ball right now. 8 to shoot. Crossover dribble. Finlinson in the lane. Pushes a right-handed shot off the glass and puts it in. Finlinson now with 6. Hawaii leading 31-24. 4:55 here in the first half. Wilson slowly walking it forward. Chappelle comes to the ball. Now Daughtery has it high left. Pass to Rochek, top of the key. Holding the ball in his right hand against Toomey. Now high right Sevilla. Off the screen. Stripped away by Toomey. He tries to go up the floor off the steal, and he's fouled by Sevilla, who picks up his second. Toomey knew what was coming. He stepped in, got his paw on it, knocked it free. And that's a big one with Sevilla picking up his second foul. He is their leading scorer. He's got to sit for a little while here. We'll see if he's going to sit for the remainder of the half. Sevilla's got just 4 points on 1 of 3 shooting with a couple of giveaways. Roulette F looking to inbound, gets it into Hunter Erickson. 4:35 remaining in the first half. Erickson high slot right, gave up his dribble, leans in on his man. Roulette F wants it. They'll lob it for Roulette F. It's out of his reach and out of bounds. Another turnover on Hawaii on bad passing. Either bad passing or just not being able to grab the basketball. That's the 7th Hawaii turnover. But that situation was caused by Erickson losing his dribble and just needing to get the ball away and not wanting to use the timeout. 4:18 to go in the half, 31-24 Hawaii. Rochak, slot right, across left for Chappelle. Underhands it left to Wilson, off a Chappelle pick to Rochak straight away, and around right, Daughtery, quick trigger 3 is good. That's his second 3 of the evening. Aggies within 4, 31-27. We've hit under 4 here in the first half. Erickson right. Pressured by Fagbemi here in the perimeter. Twisting right slot, drives on him, leans, gets some space, gets the 2 in right at the low block. We've seen Hawaii a little more aggressive off the dribble, going right to the rim, and it's been successful. 33-27 UH, 3:38 left in the half. 3 for Wilson, straight away misses. Erickson goes up and gets the rebound. Hawaii outboarding the Aggies by 2 here late in the first half. Erickson tried to dribble, lost it, and then UC Davis can't hold on to it. Boy, Erickson lost the dribble off his leg at the left wing, and then Fagbemi, trying to record the steal, goes to the ground and can't control the ball. It's been sloppy, but it's Hawaii with a 33-27 lead, 3:25 left in the first half. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Ready for UH football, man?
Yep, check this out.
Oh.
Surround sound. That works.
Whoa, I'm ready, bro.
Hey, watch this.
How come the blender went off?
Huh?
The blender in the kitchen went off, bro.
Nah.
Try again.
Oh, man.
Okay, we can make some like fruit smoothies.
When you want your home or business wired right, call a unionized electrical contractor. 847-5341.
IBEW Local 1186, lighting your path to the future.
This UH sports season, stay cool and go green with Malona Ice Cream. Malona's creamy, refreshing bars are the perfect treat for every Bows fan. And now, you can enjoy Malona's new pina colada flavor, available exclusively in Hawaii. Whether you're watching from the stands or cheering from home, beat the heat and treat yourself to Malona. Find your favorite flavors at Costco, Foodland, Safeway, and 7-Eleven stores. Go green and enjoy Malona, the coolest way to cheer on the Bows.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Hawaii 33, UC Davis 27, 3:25 remaining here in the first half. Busy with the University of Hawaii sports action this afternoon and evening. Coming up, University of Hawaii baseball taking on Ball State, game 1 of that 4-game series. Tiff Wells, Harrison Kuroda will call the action, and you'll hear that on CBS 1500. Tonight, you've got Rainbow Wahine basketball, final 2 home games of the regular season for Hawaii, trying to chase a potential first-round bye here with 4 games to go. Hawaii taking on UC Davis. Dave Kawada with the action for you. 6:50 tonight here on ESPN Honolulu. Hawaii with the ball back. 3:25 remaining in the half. We've had a lot of turnovers. 8 of them on Hawaii, 9 on UC Davis. As the Bows will inbound far side of the floor, they go left to right on your device. Ruling F to get it in with Erickson, Finlinson, Johnson, and Bullock. This is the starting 5 on the floor here for UH. Erickson, high right, gives up his dribble, twisting around, needs to get it somewhere, finds Bullock coming to the ball. Bullock one-on-one, drives on Chappelle, dishes left wing Finlinson, or for Rulinef, back to Finlinson at the angle. Now to Rulinef with 9. Lobs it right side wing Erickson, back out high right, Johnson 3. That's good, and it's his 3rd of the early evening. Hawaii up by 9, 36-27, 2:53 here in the half. That 3 brought to you by Hawaii USA Federal Credit Union. Life matters. Off the screen, Wilson dribbling left against Bullock. One hands it right for Fagvemi into the corner. Rochak contested 3, no, but he goes to the ground, and Isaac Johnson's going to be called for the foul. His 2nd. And Rochak on the floor. Looked like he was pounding the floor, and I don't know where he got hurt on his leg, but Nico Rochak is down. I don't know if his foot got stepped on. Rochak's up now. I'm not sure what he's saying to the official there in the corner. He's working on his right foot, kind of circling his right foot on the floor. Jim Less right now and one of the officials are talking. And I guess the question is, can Rochak shoot the free throws? In the meantime, Hawaii right in front of its bench. Rochak is walking, and I think he believes he's good. But, I mean, Rochak got the foul. I don't know what his complaint is here to the official that he's talking about. He's been talking with him for a little bit as he's now standing near the three-point line, getting ready to shoot 3 free throws. Rochak, a 66% free throw shooter. Set the program record in blocks a year ago with 58. He's at 42 entering this game. And his first of 3 free throws is off the front rim and in. So you see Toomey's going to come into the game. Well, I thought he was going to come into the game. It's 3 free throws, so of course he's got to come in off the second. Second one here. Good. And now Toomey will come in for Isaac Johnson. That's a big one. Johnson in foul trouble, scoring, I think, 14 here in the first half with 3 threes. Third free throw, good. 36-30. Inbound goes into Erickson. UC Davis with a full court trap on. Bullock will get it back to Erickson near side. Passes back to Bullock left. He'll get across midcourt, give it to Erickson, and set up the half-court offense. Erickson between the rings, right near the midcourt logo for Bullock. Hard dribble right. Bullock getting to the rim, stripped out of his hands, ball taken away. Daughtery on the run, right side for Fagvemi, up for 2, misses, rebound Rulinef. Great job by Erickson keeping his arms up, avoiding any foul. Well, he's done a pretty nice job here this last few weeks on its transition defense. Toomey, angle right dribble, throws it out near midcourt, finding Bullock. Bullock, hard dribble left inside the arc, back out, takes a 3, misses short. Rebound picked up by Chappelle. Really nothing there for Hawaii's offense. The spacing's been a little off here in the last few possessions. Wilson, up left, behind the back dribble on a Rochak pick. He drives right in the lane, stumbles, tries to throw it out, and Erickson's right there to take it away. Was looking for Daughtery Jr. Up ahead right, Finlinson gets in the lane, throws it out for Erickson. 3, left angle, got it! That's the 3rd 3 for Hunter Erickson. He's 3 for 3 from three-point land. 39-30, Hawaii by 9, and UC Davis will call for time. Hunter Erickson's got a little bit of a feel from three-point range. We saw a three earlier. We saw him take one off the dribble. That time it was contested by a good 24 feet, and he knocked that one down. And Hawaii's got a 39-30 advantage with 1:20 remaining in the half. That's a huge, I don't know, I wouldn't call it momentum killer because, frankly, no one's had momentum here in the first half with all the turnovers we've had. But in that sense, that's probably a little bit of a slump buster because Hawaii has just really struggled with its half-court movement. That was one where they were able to get something. There wasn't much there, but Erickson knew he had to get a three away, and he did. And meanwhile, UC Davis hasn't hit a field goal in almost 3 minutes. They need to get something done here in the final 80 seconds of the half. Over at UC Santa Barbara, the Thunderdome, Gauchos have opened up a 12-point lead at halftime on UC Riverside. Trying to take sole possession of fourth place. If they can, they would need a UC Davis loss to do that as the inbound thrown in near midcourt to Marcus Wilson. Hawaii goes back to a 2-3 zone. Wilson between the rings, left wing Daughtery Jr. Looking toward the short corner, back up top Wilson, around right Fagbemi, again to Wilson, top of the arc. Takes a pass, he drives, cut off by Toomey, looking inside. This is Rochak, and he's fouled by Rulidev, got his arm down as Rochak got position right in front of him. Rulidev's first foul. That's the 8th, so that puts, well, UC Davis has been in the bonus for a little while. That just solidifies the bonus as Rochak heads to the line. All 3 of his points, can't make it 4, missed the first free throw off the back iron. All of Rochak's points coming from the free throw line. He's also got 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Second one for the big man who was honored earlier on senior night. Off the front iron, rolls in after about 5 bounces off the right rim. It's 39-31 UH, 1:02 left in the half. Bullock lets the double team come to him. He's got to get it across midcourt. He does dribble across midcourt. They've got 19 to shoot. Finds Erickson right of the midcourt logo. Guarded by Fagbemi. Lobs it to Toomey, angle right. Drives on Chappelle. Toomey to the rim. Strong lane. Got it to go. First points for Yassine Toomey. Hawaii's up by 10. 41-31. 9-second difference between game and shot clock. 30 seconds left here in the half. Wilson will bring the ball out high right side. Goes to Fagbemi left and back to Wilson, center of the floor. Got Toomey, a mismatch. Wilson driving on him left. Cut off of the low block. Turns, twist, right hand 2. No. Toomey trying to control the rebound. Ball goes out of bounds. It's last touched by UH. So shot clock off with 15.8 left in the half. And the Aggies will have a chance for a final possession here. Bemi coming out. As we see, I think that's Chappelle, or that's Daughtery Jr. back in. And Wilson to inbound. Throws it in through the hands of Chappelle, taken away by Finlayson. One-on-one with Rochak the other way. Reverse lay-in, too strong. Rebound, Rochak lost it. Taken back away by Erickson. With 5 seconds underneath the Bullock. In midair, got the 2. And that's going to be the end of the half. 2 UC Davis turnovers at the end of the last 10, 12 seconds. They had an opportunity to run out the clock with one final possession. Instead, the Aggies give Hawaii a free 2 at the end, and it is 43-31. Hawaii ahead of UC Davis at the half. Both teams have been sloppy here in the first 20 minutes, but it's the Aggies who really lost control of it there toward the end. 12 turnovers for UC Davis here in the first 20 minutes to Hawaii's 9. Hasn't really been good for anybody. Scoreboard is what matters, and that's where Hawaii has its advantage. A 12-point lead here at the break. Hawaii 43, UC Davis 31. Halftime report when we return. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Looking for the perfect weeknight plan? Head to Pearl at Kalawao. Keiki Eat free every weekday after 4 p.m. One free Keiki menu item with every adult entree purchase. And now, enjoy live music every Thursday and Friday night, right in our restaurant from 6 to 7:30 p.m. The perfect soundtrack for dinner and good company. Pearl at Kalawao. Not just great golf, great food, live music, and family-friendly dining at Pearl at Kalawao. Come hungry, leave happy.
Lex Brody's Tire Company would like to say thank you very much for supporting UH. Wear your favorite UH gear into Lex Brody's and get an extra 5% off tires, brakes, and most other services on top of LexBrodys.com Super Saver coupons. You're the best fans, and Lex Brody's voted #1 in North America is the best choice for brake repairs and to purchase tires. Please visit LexBrodys.com for additional details and to set an online appointment.
Thank you very
much. Tire Company.
You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's long-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit LexBrodys.com for the best tire value on Oahu. Thank you very much.
Lex Brody's Tire Company.
When pain gets in the way of everyday life, it affects more than how you move. It changes how you show up for your family and your life. At Queens Orthopedics and Spine, patients receive nationally recognized care and advanced treatments to help them recover faster with better outcomes. So you can enjoy morning walks, get back in the game, and move comfortably again. Because at Queens, recovery is about more than healing. It's about getting back to life. Learn more at queens.org/ortho.
Kimo, hey, you all set?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay then, let's do this.
I like this place.
Yeah, Hawaiian Financial FCU feels local.
They feel right. I can do this.
Graduation, a big step forward. So is making sure your graduate is set up for the real world. That's why local families choose Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union. Friendly service, trusted support, and help setting your kid up for what's next. Hawaiian Financial. Together starts here for life. Membership open to Oahu and Maui residents. Federally insured by NCUA.
New year, refresh your home with City Mills Home Decor Sale. Save big on dining sets, bedroom or office furniture, and cozy living room pieces. Plus, get 20% off storage cabinets and select rugs and shoji screens, 15% off lamps, and 10% off Howard furniture cleaners. From small upgrades to full room makeovers, City Mills got you covered. Hurry in. Deals end March 10th. Need something? Try check City Mill.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
We are at the half. Hawaii 43, UC Davis 31. The Bows ending the first half strong, hitting 6 of their last 8 shots, feasting on UC Davis turnovers to take the 12-point advantage. Let's slice through the stats here through the first 20 minutes. Brought to you by Slice of Waikiki. After the game, enjoy Slice of Waikiki. 21-inch pizzas, huge slices, the freshest ingredients, plus sides and salads at 333 Seaside Avenue. Open till 11 p.m. and midnight on Fridays and Saturdays. The number here is turnovers, 12 of them on UC Davis. Hawaii has 14 points off of those turnovers, but Hawaii has led most of these hustle stats. Points in the paint, Bows by 4. Fast break points, Hawaii 13-2. And then the three-point shooting is what has also been a difference. Hawaii 7 of 13 from three-point range. UC Davis is 3 of 11. Bows shooting 58.6% from the field. 14 for Isaac Johnson, 11 for Hunter Erickson. They've combined for 6 of their 7 makes from beyond the three-point border, where Hawaii is 7 of 13. The Bows 2 of 3 from the free throw line. UC Davis not bad, 11 of 24, shooting just under 46%. 3 of 11 from three-point range, 6 of 8 from the foul line. Marcus Wilson's the leading scorer with 11 points. 6 for Carl Daughtery Jr. The note here is Connor Sevilla, Sevilla's got 4 points in foul trouble. He's committed 2 fouls here in the first half, and they need to keep him ready to go and foul free in half number 2. Score, Hawaii 43, UC Davis 31. We'll go through the Big West Conference scoreboard, get you ready for half number 2 when we return. You're listening to Hawaii Basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
This UH sports season, stay cool and go green with Malona Ice Cream. Malona's creamy, refreshing bars are the perfect treat for every Bows fan. And now, you can enjoy Malona's new pina colada flavor, available exclusively in Hawaii. Whether you're watching from the stands or cheering from home, beat the heat and treat yourself to Malona. Find your favorite flavors at Costco, Foodland, Safeway, and 7-Eleven stores. Go green and enjoy Malona, the coolest way to cheer on the Bows.
Hey, what you doing in the tree?
Oh, I was gonna install this photovoltaic on the roof. Then the ladder fell. Bro, I had to go bathroom, so I tried climbing down this tree. Now I stuck.
I don't think that's what they meant by go green.
Yeah, brother. Just help me get down.
If you want your PV system installed right, call a unionized electrical contractor today at 847-5341.
IBEW, Local 1186, lighting your path to the future.
Whether you're huddling for an office lunch, celebrating a birthday, or kicking off a baby shower, the Old Spaghetti Factory is your winning play. From office lunches to special events, the Old Spaghetti Factory makes every event a winner. Let them take care of the food so you can focus on your special occasion. Go to OSF.com to book your event today. Family owned and operated and making memories in Hawaii since 1978. The Old Spaghetti Factory, where every gathering is a home run.
Did you know emotional symptoms are common after a concussion? Anxiety, sadness, irritability? These feelings can make everyday life harder after a head injury. And if you've had emotional struggles before, recovery could take even longer. That's why it's so important to recognize and understand these symptoms are a normal part of healing. If you need help, contact a medical professional. Learn more at hawaiiconcussion.com. This message was brought to you by Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program, HCAM.
The following is a paid advertisement by Family Vacation Getaways with the purpose of soliciting sales of vacation ownership. For complete details, visit fvgradio.com.
If you want a 100% complimentary stay at a luxury resort in Cancun, airfare not included, then Family Vacation Getaways is your ticket to paradise.
See website for complete details.
We're giving away 5 days and 4 nights to the first 50 callers who can name an animal that lays eggs and is not a bird.
An animal that lays eggs and is not a bird. Do you know it?
Call now, 800-417-6411. 800-417-6411. You're also eligible for an exciting bonus vacation to Orlando, Florida for just $498. And don't worry about anything ruining your plans. We can extend your travel up to 18 months. Name an animal that lays eggs and is not a bird, and you get a complimentary Cancun resort stay and an optional bonus vacation to Orlando for just $498. What are you waiting for? Call 800-417-6411 and give us your answer.
The proceeding is not a contest and is a paid advertisement by Family Vacation Getaways and not sponsored by this program or its affiliates.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Fun atmosphere here in Davis, California. We got a live cover band. We've got a couple of kids playing some youth ball here on the floor. It's Hawaii, though, leading 43-31 here at half. Let's go through the Big West Conference scoreboard. Most everything else will get underway here in a couple of minutes. Cal Poly hosting Long Beach State. If Cal Poly wins, Mustangs clinch the final spot in the Big West Conference tournament and eliminate Long Beach State. UC Riverside and Cal State Bakersfield already eliminated. CSUN and UC Irvine, two of the top 3 teams in the conference along with Hawaii. Winner stays at the top and will be either tied with Hawaii or all by itself. And then Cal State Bakersfield at UC San Diego. That coming up a little bit later on. Second half adjustments brought to you by Lex Brody's Tire Company. Wear your University of Hawaii apparel when you visit any Oahu Lex Brody's location and get an additional 5% off of your purchase. Cleaner offense, I think we can say that very plainly on both sides. The turnover number is high. The miscommunication on offense, a little too much of that here in the first 20 minutes or so. That's got to be cleaned up. But on Hawaii's end, I think the bigger thing to talk about with UH is you've got to keep Isaac Johnson in the game. This is a big turnaround for him from Saturday. I know a lot of people have been asking, well, what happened to Isaac Johnson? Didn't see him in some key minutes there toward the end of the game against UC Santa Barbara. Talked to the coaches, and they said, well, basically Isaac Johnson just had a bad game. And they had to figure out ways to win kind of through that. And they did. Johnson's been a lot better as Hawaii's on the floor waiting to take shots here to get ready for the second half, and there's no basketballs on the floor. Either way, Hawaii, when you get Isaac Johnson at his best, you want to keep that on the floor as much as possible. So you need as much of Isaac Johnson in the game. The 2 fouls is a little bit of a problem, but that's something to watch for here in the second half. Also, I'm looking at Harry Rulidev. 3 points, 1 of 3 shooting. You need a bigger course of action from Rulidev. He's missed a couple of bunnies in this game. You need the captain to come through. We'll see if he can here in the second half. 43-31, Hawaii leading UC Davis the second half when we return. You're listening to Hawaii Basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
This is ESPN Honolulu, KKEA Honolulu, AM 1420 and K224FR, Honolulu, 92.7 FM.
Tip off your lunch game with Earl Hawaii. When hunger drives you, Earl Hawaii delivers with hot, stacked sandwiches, juicy burgers, crispy fried chicken, and loaded fries. Made fresh, fast, and full of flavor. That's a bucket every time. Whether you're at halftime or running the fast break, score big at Earl Hawaii. Visit us in Kaimuki, Kaka'ako, and Kapolei. Serving Hawaii since 2014. Earl, eat a real lunch. Go to earlhawaii.com today. Let's go, Bows.
It's only getting every customer's order right. It's only a point-of-sale system connected by Spectrum fiber-powered business internet, helping you track hundreds of secure transactions. And it's all backed by 24/7 U.S.-based customer support and local technicians. It's only everything. Get Business Internet Advantage free forever when you get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. Visit spectrum.com/free for life to find out how. Restrictions apply. Services not available in all areas.
New year, refresh your home with City Mills Home Decor Sale. Save big on dining sets, bedroom or office furniture, and cozy living room pieces. Plus, get 20% off storage cabinets and select rugs and shoji screens. 15% off lamps and 10% off Howard furniture cleaners. From small upgrades to full room makeovers, City Mills got you covered. Hurry in. Deals end March 10th. Need something? Try check City Mill.
How's it going? It's Josh Pacheco. Step up to the plate this Monday with Pacheco and Hart as we're live at Old Spaghetti Factory from 3 to 6 p.m. Then at 6, it's Extra Innings with Rich Hill. UH's head baseball coach, Rich Hill, will be talking Rainbow Baseball live in person. Win UH baseball tickets and enjoy a special happy hour $9.99 buffet. Skip the heavy traffic. Hit a home run at Old Spaghetti Factory at Aloha Tower Marketplace with ESPN Honolulu live this Monday. It's a winner.
Did you know emotional symptoms are common after a concussion? Anxiety, sadness, irritability? These feelings can make everyday life harder after a head injury. And if you've had emotional struggles before, recovery could take even longer. That's why it's so important to recognize and understand these symptoms are a normal part of healing. If you need help, contact a medical professional. Learn more at hawaiiconcussion.com. This message was brought to you by Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program, HCAM.
Looking for the perfect weeknight plan? Head to Pearl at Kalawao. Keiki Eat free every weekday after 4 p.m. 1 free Keiki menu item with every adult entree purchase. And now, enjoy live music every Thursday and Friday night, right in our restaurant from 6 to 7:30 p.m. The perfect soundtrack for dinner and good company. Pearl at Kalawao. Not just great golf, great food, live music, and family-friendly dining at Pearl at Kalawao. Come hungry, leave happy.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
ready for the second half. It is Hawaii 43, UC Davis 31. Hawaii has lost its last 5 games here in this building. And no, this will not be the last time these two teams meet here because both of these teams will move over to the Mountain West Conference next season. So it'll be UC Davis basketball to start the second half, going from left to right on your device. Wilson, Chappelle, Sevilla, Rochak, Daughtery Jr., the 5 on the floor for UC Davis. Johnson, Finlinson, Bullock, Rulideff, Erickson, the 5 on the floor for UH. So both teams going with their same starting 5s as Wilson has it high right side. Dribbles hard left on Bullock, leans at the low block, goes reverse. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Who touched it last? Rochak touched it last. Johnson was right in front of him. It's going to be Hawaii basketball, and Rochak is trying to make the argument. And I think UC Davis is going to review this, and that's exactly what they're calling for. Nico Rochak said Hawaii touched it last. The baseline official didn't see it. He asked for help from the sideline official. So it's going to be a review. We are in immediate timeout here, 11 seconds into the second half. It's Hawaii 43, UC Davis 31. This review brought to you by BMW of Honolulu, the ultimate driving machine, where you will find exceptional offers. Back with the ruling when we return. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
This place they call paradise, I call my home. Best to be born and raised local grown.
With hotels, condo resorts, and vacation rentals on 5 Hawaiian islands, Castle Resorts and Hotels is a Kama'aina favorite. When you need a place to stay to attend a tournament, family function, or a golf getaway, visit castleresorts.com for special Kama'aina rates.
H-A-W-A, 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 there ain't no other place like these islands.
Castle Resorts and Hotels. Born in Hawaii, built on hospitality, inspired by aloha.
H-A-W-A, there ain't no other place like these islands.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
All right, back from the timeout, and the review successful for UC Davis as review finds that the ball did go off of Isaac Johnson. UC Davis will have possession, 19 on the shot clock, 19:49 on the game clock. Because a timeout was on the line, that's why the rule is, if you want to get within the weeds here, first timeout of the second half automatically leads to what they call a media timeout, which sends everybody to break. That was the media timeout because the timeout was on the line. Out of the weeds, UC Davis is not charged its timeout because they were successful, and they have one more challenge to use because they were successful if they deem that they need to use it. So if that helps you, here going the remainder of the way. I know it breaks the flow just because you only played 11 seconds before the timeout was used, but it is what it is. Those are the rules. So 19 on the shot clock, 19:49 on the game clock. And the Aggies will inbound baseline to our right, near side of the court. And it will be Marcus Wilson who will bring it in. Got Rochak just off the right low block. Daughtery in the corner. Sevilla on the move. Chappelle at the free throw line, middle. Inbound goes into Chappelle, baseline right. Fakes from 2 out to Sevilla. Right wing 3 away. That's short. Rebound, loose. Chappelle gets it off his left shoulder and throws it out for Rochak. Fresh 20. Wilson high left. Finds Chappelle, high slot right. Can't get the dribble handoff. Goes to the corner. Rochak instead. Slings it out to Wilson, right slot. 6 to shoot. Keeps the dribble. Drives on Bullock. Stripped out by Bullock, but they're going to call a late whistle. And Dre will be called for his first foul with the shot clock under 5. So fresh 20 here. Boy, played a pretty decent defensive possession off the offensive rebound. They're going to say it's in the act of shooting. So Wilson will shoot 2. He had 11 points, team lead in the first half. Can't make it 12, misses the first foul shot. 6 of 9 from the free throw line. UC Davis here so far in this game. Redshirt freshman leads the team in assists, has the most turnovers on the team. Second free throw's good, 1 of 2 here from the line. And Hawaii has a 43-32 lead. Those break the full court press with Erickson. Hawaii's first possession here of the second half. Goes right wing for Bullock. Guarded by Sevilla. Back out of top Erickson. Off a Johnson rub screen. Goes to Rulinev straight away. 3-ball good. That was huge for Harry Rulinev. Knocks down the 3. Gets Hawaii up by 14. 46-32. A minute gone by here in the second 20. Sevilla. Walking dribble. Right at the edge of the midcourt logo. Looks left. Goes to Wilson. Off of Sevilla's screen, a second screen from Rochak. Stops at the elbow, moves it back left. Sevilla drives on Erickson. His 2, no good, but Rulinev got him and picks up his second foul on the help side defense. Got him on the arm. UC Davis, it appears, without Niels Cooper, wasn't in the starting lineup. We haven't seen him in this game. It appears they're also without Jalen Stokes, the freshman from Oakland, California, although he normally comes off the bench. So maybe there's an ace in Jim Less's sleeve. Who knows? As Sevilla will shoot a pair. First one, good. Scored 22 on Saturday against UC Riverside, but half of that came from the free throw line. He was 11 of 13. Junior from San Ramon, California. Second free throw good. 46-34, Hawaii. 18-42 here in the second half. Erickson right. Trap comes and goes left to Bullock, who dribbles across midcourt. Sevilla's on him, man defense. Looking left, Finlinson wants it. He's denied by Chappelle, so Bullock still has it. Gets inside the arc left, drives to the low block, hangs, right-handed 2, misses off the right rim. Rochak comes up with a rebound. Fagbemi the other way, brings it out to the right wing, drives to the free throw line, bounces left Sevilla, and he draws a foul on Bullock as he kind of leaned in on his shoulder. Bullock's second foul. You go back to that last defensive possession, there was just no movement. Hawaii would just deny movement and force Bullock to try to force his way to the rim and put up a contested 2. Inbound to Rochak, hands left corner, 3 for Fagbemi, good. Aggies within 9. 46-37, 18:02 to play. Force Bullock to get it across midcourt. He finds Erickson coming to the ball. Against Fagbemi, far sideline. Goes to Bullock just above the wing. Back up top, Erickson. Got Rochak on him, a mismatch. Up top, Rulinev. Another open 3. Another one hit. Rulinev answers the triple. Hawaii up by 12. 49-37, 17:38 to go. Off the screen, Fagbemi gets Bullock stumbling off the dribble. Doesn't harm Hawaii, though. Rochak brings it out up top to Sevilla. Through his hands, recovers behind him to his right. Off a Rochak pick. Sevilla drives left. Dribbles behind to the baseline. Out right corner. Chappelle 3. Misses to the right. Rebound Rochak. Got Johnson in the air. Johnson misses the 2. But that's the third foul on Big Fish. And here comes the decision here for Hawaii. 3 fouls on Johnson. What does Hawaii do? UC Davis has had some offensive opportunities. And Hawaii's going to bring Yassine Toomey to the scorers table. Likely for Johnson here after Rochak's first free throw, which is away and good. 49-38. Johnson indeed out. Toomey coming in, and that's something we talked about in our second half adjustments, trying to keep Johnson in the game. Well, he lasts 2 minutes and 40 seconds before picking up his third foul. Second free throw, good. 49-39. Hawaii by 10, 17-20 to go. Again, the full court trap on. Bullock gets across midcourt. Rulinev and Daughtery slip. Finlinson 3 left corner. That's good. Hawaii's knocked down 3 triples in a row. the lead back to 13, 52-39. 17:03 to go. Hawaii was fortunate with that slip right at midcourt by Daughtery that left Finlayson open left corner. Daughtery three right angle, can't answer. Ball goes off the top of the backboard and won by Fagbemi. Sevilla straight on three off the short rim, and there's Erickson coming up with the rebound. Hawaii a little fortunate there. There are a couple of one really good look there. An unfortunate miss on a rebound attempt. Finlayson wants another one. Miss is too strong. Miss from three left wing. Offensive rebound to me. Is it to Rulidef near wing. Back out high left side, Bullock. 12 to shoot. Bullock off a Toomey pick, top of the arc. Steps back, launches a triple. Misses short. Rebound, tap free. Finlayson fighting for it. It goes out of bounds. They say last touched by Hawaii. And it will be UC Davis basketball. Let's see. Soljanovic come into the game. Isaiah Kerr is in for UH. Coming in for Dre Bullock. 52-39 Hawaii. And Soljanovic will give it to Fagbemi, who will bring it across the timeline. Sevilla, Chappelle, Daughtery also on the floor. Fagbemi stops right slot up top for Chappelle. Moves around left to Sevilla. Almost lost the ball off his leg. Recovers the dribble. Twists around. Gets a late Chappelle screen. They'll sling it left Chappelle. Open three. Good. It's a 10-point game again. 52-42. 15:52 remaining. Finlayson will get a foul right here on UC Davis. And that's going to be on Daughtery Jr., as there's kind of a rub on the screen attempt. Daughtery Jr.'s first foul. We'll get a timeout here with 15:48 to go. Hawaii got a 52-42 lead on UC Davis. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Here's Dr. Andrew Baldwin with a heart health tip from Hawaii Pacific Health.
Heart disease is one of the leading causes of death for men and women, but prevention is key to reducing your risk. Take charge of your heart health by maintaining a healthy diet, exercising regularly, and monitoring risk factors like blood pressure, cholesterol, and your family history of heart disease to live healthier.
To learn more, visit hawaiipacifichealth.org/heart centers.
When you got the hungries, go to Young's Fish Market in Honolulu. Young's Fish Market is your headquarters for an extensive menu full of local favorites. Get the Lau Lau plate, Kalua pig, or the beef stew. How about tripe stew, pipi kaula, lomi salmon, and squid luau. Get 10% off for Military Monday, Senior Tuesdays 60 and over, or every day for EMS, law enforcement, and firefighters. Just show your ID. Visit youngsfishmarket.com, home of the famous Wow Lau Lau.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
15:48 to play. Hawaii has a 10-point advantage, 52-42 on UC Davis. A reminder that coming up after the game, we've got game night followed by Rainbow Wahine basketball, Hawaii and UC Davis. Coverage begins at 6:50. Dave Kawada will describe the action from Banco Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Score update, by the way, from the Thunderdome. UC Santa Barbara, 45-37 lead on UC Riverside with 12:45 to go. Gauchos with a win would, for the moment, be alone in fourth place. They're sharing that right now with this UC Davis team and with Cal State Fullerton, who's off tonight. They have that quote-unquote bye before playing Hawaii on Saturday. Cal Poly leading Long Beach State 15-14, 14:25 to play. A Mustangs win eliminates Long Beach State and sets the field of 8. CSUN leading on UC Irvine 12-11. Those are the two teams tied with Hawaii at the top of the Big West, 12-14 to go. And UC San Diego's up on Cal State Bakersfield 17-11, 12:22 to go in the first half. Off the timeout, Finlayson will inbound. Rulidef, Toomey, Kerr, Erickson also on the floor. Finlayson will throw it in, finds Erickson right at the midcourt logo. Guarded by Sevilla. Near side, Finlandson. Boy, Kerr was open left corner. Now they find him. Thought about the three. He'll drive instead. Leaning in on Chappelle. Draws help. Out up top to Erickson. 9 to shoot. They'll float it to Toomey. About 18 feet away. Drives right on Sevilla. Turns. Fades from 10. Misses short. Double touches the rim. Rebound grabbed by Soljanovic. Bemi will push it into the front court. Kerr will wait for him. Kerr's got 2 fouls, both picked up in the first half. Bemi drives on him right, leans in, pass across, finds Sevilla off of Karam off of Erickson. Sevilla goes baseline. Erickson halts with the pass up top for Daughtery. Knocked away, but recovered. They get it back to Daughtery. 3 away from 5 seconds on the shot clock. Straight on is good. Aggies by 7. UC Davis gets fortunate there. The Karam went to Chappelle, got it back to Daughtery, who knocked down the 3. Erickson in the lane, bounces left for Finlandson, left open for 2, but he blew the gimme, and the rebound to the Aggies. Bemi the other way, one hands it right, Soljanovic for 3. That's good. All of a sudden, it's a 4-point game. 52-48, 14:30 to go, and just like that, the 3 ball has gotten the Aggies right back in it. Erickson floats it high left for Toomey. Straddling the 3-point line, squares, crosses over with his dribble, leans in on Chappelle, twists, 2, no, but Chappelle's going to be called for his first foul. That's one thing about Toomey, is he's not afraid to use the dribble if he needs to, and in that situation, he found a real good opportunity to try to drive it on him, draw the harm. So Toomey to the free throw line. This trip to the free throw line brought to you by Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union for life. First one for Toomey. Good. 53-48. Racine's got 3 points. Rulid F out. Gitas Namiksha back into the game. Second one here for Toomey. Free throw away and in. 54-48, 14-18 to go. The Aggies from 3, if they start hitting those shots, this could be a very dangerously close game. High left, Bemi off a couple of screens. Looks inside for Ojak. Instead, tried to go right to Daughter, and he threw it right at Isaac Finlandson. Turnover number 13 on UC Davis. Finlandson finds Erickson about 30 feet from the rim, high left. Looks to the high block left and says Toomey coming out at the 3-point line to grab it. One hands it back to Erickson at the wing. Toomey slips the screen. Erickson keeps the dribble. Baseline right. Pull up 12-footer. That's good. A 13 now for Hunter Erickson. Hawaii has an 8-point advantage. 56-48, 13:35 to go. Sevilla off the screen. Bounces right to Rojak. Crashes into Toomey and is called for the offensive foul. Boy, there was ruthless aggression in that drive right in on Toomey. My word. I mean, he went in like a linebacker trying to crash it, like a running back trying to lower his shoulder on a linebacker trying to make a tackle. 56-48, second foul on Rojak. Erickson dribbling right side corner. He'll take a 3 off the bounce. That's off the left side of him. Soljanovic the rebound, throws it out for Sevilla, almost behind him and out of play. But Sevilla grabs it and brings it ahead high left against Finlandson. 19 to shoot off a Rojak screen. Takes a 3 at the angle off the right rim, goes over the backboard. Not a lot of spacing there. Rojak set a screen and then turned his body to create space the other way. It was a decent look for Sevilla, but would not go down. We'll see Dre Bullock back into the game. An 8-point Hawaii lead, 56-48. 7 minutes elapsed here in the second half. Erickson high right side. Wants to get it to Bullock, but they can't get it there. Erickson drives instead. Offhand lay-in left, misses. Loose ball at the free throw line taken by Soljanovic. Moves the other way, left side. Penetrates to the elbow, throws it out, and finds Marcus Wilson. Wilson off the screen, drives left, reverse lane on to Miksha, misses short. Soljanovic the offensive rebound. Out to Daughtery Jr. 3 blocked by Bullock, but Daughtery Jr. gets it back. Drives and kicks left. Sevilla for three. That's short. Rebound Erickson. Hawaii very fortunate on that defensive possession to not give up anything. Boy, what a block by Bullock, however. Skied in the air to swat it. We'll call that our defensive play of the game, brought to you by Hele Gas, Hele On. Erickson right inside the arc. Skips left for Bullock. Fakes the three. Drives on Wilson. Leaning to the low block. And Wilson with a hold on Bullock's off arm will pick up his first personal foul. That's a pretty easy one to call, as Bullock was starting to kind of stumble low because of the contact. Erickson inbound box formation. Low to high block. As the inbound thrown in right. Namiksha up for two. No good. Rebound Erickson flying in to get it. Namiksha was flying down right of the lane. Got the inbound. Just couldn't hit the shot. Erickson in trouble. Finds Kerr flashing in. And Kerr's called for the offensive foul as Rochak takes the charge. Third foul on Kerr. Timeout on the floor. 11:58 to go. Hawaii 56, UC Davis 48. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Do you hear that? That is the sound of BMW performance without a single piston or cylinder. A generation of all-electric vehicles designed and built like no other. The BMW iX, i7, and i4 revolutionize every drive into a thrilling opportunity to feel the pure rush of BMW 100% electric. But isn't that what you'd expect from the ultimate electric driving machine?
Find your BMW today with a test drive at BMW of Honolulu.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Hi, this is Eddie. I'm the lead lumber for Hardware Hawaii in Kailua. I like helping customers find what they need. It's not like another stranger just shopping here. My customers are like my friends, and then I just help them out, and I feel good, and it just makes my day. We're out here in the lumberyard ready to serve you.
Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Kailua.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Hawaii with a 56-48 lead on UC Davis. 11:58 to go. Hawaii has had a lot of missed shots, close range. I'd say probably like 5 here in this game. It makes you wonder where this game would be if not for that. That's been a little bit of a problem between Finlinson. Rulidev's missed a couple. Namiksha just had one on an inbound play. Those are the ones that have to go. But it also does tell you Hawaii has had some chances. That inbounds play that led to an opportunity was a solid look. But again, got to go down. That's something Hawaii has to work on. Leading scorers in this game, 12 points for Marcus Wilson for UC Davis, 9 for Carl Daughtery Jr., 7 for Omer Soljanovic, 6 for Nico Rochak, 5 for Isaiah Chappelle, 7 for Soljanovic, 6 for Sevilla. Hawaii led by Isaac Johnson's 14 points, but he's got 3 fouls. 13 for Hunter Erickson with 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. 9 for Isaac Finlinson with 3 steals. 9 for Harry Rulidev with 3 rebounds. So it will be UC Davis basketball going the length of the floor from left to right. Daughtery Jr. will bring it in. And it'll be Fagbemi coming up the floor. Dre Bullock waiting for him. One-hand pass, high left, goes to Marcus Wilson. It's off the screen from Rochak. Stops the dribble inside the arc, moves it back left to Daughtery. Daughtery, hard dribble on Kerr. Step back long 2 from 18 at the wing is good. That puts him in double figures. He's got 11 points. It's 56-50. 6-point Hawaii lead. 11:31 remaining. Erickson finds Bullock. High slot left. Hard dribble right of the lane, and Wilson's going to be called for a reach-in. Stopping Bullock on the drive attempts. That's 2 on Wilson. And that's also, I think, team foul number 5 here. 2 more, and Hawaii in the bonus the remainder of the way. As Bullock looks to bring it in. Finds Namiksha coming to the ball far wing. Back to Bullock, and now Erickson into the half-court set. Toomey sets the screen. Erickson uses it, gives up the dribble, however. Twisting around, finds Finlinson with 7 to shoot. Step back on Rochak, 3. That's off the short rim. Rebound grabbed by Omer Stoyanovich for UC Davis. Wilson across left, Stoyanovich fakes the 3, drives on Finlinson, dishes across Rochak, right wing, Daughtery 3. That's short. Bullock can't control the rebound, but right in the hands of Fagbemi and another fresh 20. That's 9 offensive rebounds for UC Davis. They have dominated Hawaii in that category. Wilson drives, left-handed 2, good over to Miksha. 56-52 with 10:41 to go. Couple of problem areas for Hawaii. Offensive rebounding and makes near the rim. Toomey, hard dribble left on Rochak. Lay-in is good for Toomey. He knows he can beat Rochak off the bounce, and he did. 58-52, 10:20 remaining. Toomey has given some real good minutes off the bench here in these last 3 games. Dribbling high right side, Wilson. Gets the Stoyanovich screen. Lost it off his foot, dribbles it out of bounds. UC Davis has not had as many of those unforced errors, if you will. That was one of them theirs. Toomey comes out of the game, and Isaac Johnson comes in for him. 10:05 to go. It's 58-52, Hawaii leading UC Davis. Erickson high right. Keeps the dribble, now lost it. He's got the mismatch with Rochak on him. Erickson in trouble. Throws it in for Nemiksha, low block. Leans in on Stoyanovich, lost the ball, but there was a lot of contact underneath, and Stoyanovich will pick up his first foul. I mean, that bailed out Hawaii because Erickson gave up the dribble as Johnson didn't really set a screen. And there was fantastic defense by UC Davis, nearly forcing a turnover. Inbound lobbed in for Nemiksha. Leans in, 2 off the glass, good. Right over Fagbemi, who didn't really challenge it. 60-52, Hawaii by 8, 9:41 remaining. Off the screen, Fagbemi leans, kicks out Rochak, fakes the 3 at the angle, drives on Johnson, jump stop, lean for 2, no. But Johnson just picked up his 4th foul. And Rochak, as smart of a player as he is, he knew take Johnson off the drive and he'd have the ability to draw the harm, and he did. And that's going to get Johnson right back out of the game here at the 9:34 mark of the second half. So Rochak to the line. I was watching the video board between timeouts, and they have Jim Les sitting down. He's talking about his different seniors. They spread it around during the game as Rochak knocks down the first free throw. And he mentioned Rochak, one of his most favorite players. He said, if you go around town in Davis, everybody knows Nico. 7-point lead. One more for Rochak. Free throw away. Off the back iron, drops in. And he'll exit the game with Isaiah Chappelle coming in. 60-54 Hawaii. 9:34 left. So it's Nemiksha, Bullock, Finlinson, Rulidev, Erickson, the 5 on the floor, with Johnson earning his 4th foul. Bullock comes to it, grabs the ball from Bullock. Rulidev slips the screen he was going to set. Erickson dribbling top of the arc. Chest pass right wing for Bullock. Jabs, fakes from 3, drives on Sevilla, twists, turns, fades, misses off the left rim. Stoyanovich, the rebound, gets it away to Fagbemi. He'll get right to the floor, picked up by Finlinson in transition. Fagbemi goes right of the lane, kicks right corner. Fake from the long 2 from Chappelle, brings it out to Sevilla. Quickly around the perimeter, left to Wilson, and to the wing, Stoyanovich. One hands it out up top to Chappelle. Now Sevilla, high right slot. Off the dribble, top of the arc 3, good. It's a 3-point game. It's the closest it has been here in the half. 8:43 to go. Hawaii 60, UC Davis 57. Rulidev, top of the arc against Chappelle. Dribbles left, fakes the handoff to Bullock. Now throws it out to Erickson, almost too far behind him. Erickson gets by Chappelle, the help defender. Leads in low block through 2 defenders and draws the 7th team foul on UC Davis in the half. And it's the 2nd on Fagbemi. So free throws the remainder of the way for Hawaii. As Kerr comes in, Bullock leaves. Free throws for Hunter Erickson. Dribbled into a crowd, and they were fortunate that Hawaii didn't turn it over. So Erickson and Hawaii shooting into the area of the student section. I think that's the student section. And the mascots or pajamas, one of the two. And the band, front end of the 1-and-1. Good. You got someone holding a brick sign. You got someone with one of those emojis where you have one eye open. And then someone's wearing cowl pajamas. Free throw. Good. And it's 62-57. Hawaii ahead with 8:29 remaining. UC Davis is so tough to go up against, and Hawaii knows that firsthand here in this building. High left Wilson between the rings. Fagbemi now high right side for Chappelle. Squares on Rulinev. Underhands it right to Sevilla. Off the dribble. Can't get off the three. Back to the near side. Fagbemi. 10 to shoot between the circles. Wilson off a screen. Top of the key. Drives right on Finlayson. Throws up a two. Misses. But Finlayson with too much body contact is called for his second foul. And that will put UC Davis in the bonus for the remainder of the way. This game could very well come down to the free throw line. And if you think back to that first game, Hawaii was not great from the free throw line in that first game. They were 18 of 31. As Wilson's first free throw is good, 62-58. But the final 9 points in that game came off of Hawaii free throws. So they made them where they needed them the most. Wilson's got one more. Right-handed free throw away. It's off the front rim, rolls in. 62-59. It's back to a one-possession game with 8:04 remaining. UC Davis has brought that full-court trap all game. It hasn't forced a turnover, but Hawaii's able to get it across midcourt. Here's Namiksha, high left side with Sevilla on him. They'll float it back to Erickson. Quick pass right for Finlayson. Knocked free by Soljanovic. It goes out of bounds, and it's back to UH. I'll lead us to a timeout with 7:49 to go. Hawaii leading 62-59 on UC Davis. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
In the automotive industry, time and trust mean everything. Miss an electrical problem, and it can mean big problems for your operation. That's why Napa believes in testing the 5 critical components in every vehicle: the battery, starter, alternator, relay, and serpentine belt. And why we deliver the parts, tools, and expertise you need to catch problems before they become breakdowns. So test every vehicle and trust the name that keeps your bays busy and your business moving full speed ahead.
Napa know-how.
Not all filters are created equal. That's why pros choose Napa Gold. Filters built for performance, protection, and reliability. Every Napa Gold filter is engineered to meet or exceed OE specifications, delivering the quality and confidence your shop depends on while preventing costly comebacks. Raise the bar in your shop with the filters trusted by professionals and drivers who expect more. Napa Gold, the gold standard in every vehicle.
Napa know-how.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
49 to go. 62-59. Hawaii leading UC Davis. A reminder, a little bit later on tonight, University of Hawaii baseball. Game 1 of the 4-game series between the Bows and Ball State. Tip Wells, Harrison Kuroda will call the action. You'll hear it on CBS 1500. Coverage tonight beginning at 6:06. Meantime, some of the key numbers here through the timeout. Turnovers, UC Davis 15, Hawaii 10. Rebounds, UC Davis is outboarding Hawaii 27-18. That is a massive advantage for the Aggies. Not just in that number, but offensive rebounds 9-4. Second chance points, UC Davis 9, Hawaii 0. One thing the officials are talking about right now, and I don't know if it's anything that's really notable, there's been some issues. If you've noticed throughout, I think, the last couple of years, if you've noticed, teams, when they decide on challenges, they have a tablet that is on the bench that they can look at. They can help their head coach out when it comes to challenges. But there's been a portion of the game where both teams have had issues with those. So that's been kind of an issue in this game.
They can't look at you, period, for information. That's all I'm saying.
And so one thing they're saying is, well, Hawaii doesn't have a tablet, but they've got someone nearby me that has a live feed, but they can't look here when it comes to a replay. So they don't have a tablet. That's a struggle. To meet you 3 top of the key is an air ball with 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and it goes back to UC Davis. So that's a disadvantage if you're looking, if you think you need to challenge something, you've got to go on your own instincts. You can't go on video because it doesn't work. 7:30 to go. Hawaii leading UC Davis 62-59. Chappelle angle right, bounces it on the handoff right for Wilson. Steps back outside the arc with the dribble to Fagbemi, high slot right to Chappelle. Now up top, Wilson off the Chappelle screen. One-on-one with Finlayson. Wilson, turnaround 2, blocked by Finlayson. Ball out of bounds, last touch by Wilson. And so here's the thing, and now they're telling, I think, UC Davis on the other side, as the play is going on, the official telling UC Davis the same thing they've told Hawaii, which is on replay, as Kerr drives, right-handed lay-in goes in. 64-59, Hawaii leading UC Davis with 6:52 remaining. So they're telling UC Davis the same thing. Wilson driving, goes baseline into the corner, Sevilla, fakes the 3. A one-handed back out left for Soljanovic. Guarded by Namicha, bounce pass looking for, that has to be a kick ball. That had to be a kick ball. Right off of Namicha. This kick ball's going to go and stay with UC Davis. So what they're telling UC Davis is, you can't ask your person here at the scorer's table for help on a call. You've got to make that on your own. So just to kind of keep it both sides even here at this point of the game. Off the kickball, 20 seconds to shoot. 6:40 in the game clock. Wilson will trigger it in, baseline to our right, near side of the court. Looking in, goes right corner, Soljanovic, long 3, an air ball. Rebound grab by Finlayson. Finlayson, fortunate, he didn't block out. So the ball came right to him. Erickson drives, ball stripped free, loose on the floor, taken away by Daughtery, at least for the moment. And now we got a held possession. The Arrow's going to keep it with Hawaii. Erickson ran right into jam, taps his chest and says, that was my fault. Daughtery came in, stripped it with his right hand. They both were in there. I think Rulidef was trying to help as well. Hawaii the benefit of the arrow with 6:26 to go, and Erickson will deliver the inbound. Floats it in, finds Rulidef top of the arc. Gives it to Finlayson. Now moves it right. A chest pass for Kerr, who centers the floor. 13 on the shot clock. Kerr away from a Rulidef screen. Drives to the low block left. Slings it out to Namicha. He'll drive left of the lane. Bounce pass in for Rulidef across the lane, left to right. Missed the lane off the right side. That's another one they needed to go down, and it didn't. Wilson the other way right. Gets a screen from Soljanovic. Keeps the dribble. Now hard drive, middle of the paint. Goes up for 2. Erickson blocks the shot. Stayed with it as they tried to scoop it around him. Finlayson brings it back the other way. 5:49 to go. Great defensive stand there by Hawaii off the missed shot inside. Kerr, free throw line extended right. Up top, Erickson off a Rulidef screen. Moves it back straight away. Namicha, hard dribble right of the lane. Goes up, lay in for 2. That's good. Got right around his defender. Took it to the goal and got the 2. 66-59. 7 for Gitas off the bench tonight. Wilson is away from a Soljanovic screen. Now gives it to him top of the key. Moves around left to Sevilla. One-on-one with Kerr. Back out for Wilson. He'll slow it down. Standing dribble. Now they move right on a screen from Chappelle. So the drive from Wilson takes it to the rim. Got it before the help defense could get there. Gets the lay-in to go. Aggies within 5 with 5 minutes to go. 66-61 UH. Kerr. Hard dribble, right slot. Leans in, floating 2. No. Tip Rulidef, no. Loose ball, baseline. Saved in bounds by UC Davis. But right to Finlayson, who goes in and jams it home. The jam for Finlayson. We've got an injured player on the floor, and that's Soljanovic. And the trainer's going to come out. Jim Less is going to come out and take a look at him. He is down right in the middle of the paint. That was a dangerous play for a moment because Finlayson was coming in for the jam. And Finlayson was coming in for the jam, and Soljanovic was right in the middle of the paint. And he's up, but he's getting help as he is limping very slowly left to right. Soljanovic has played well off the bench. 7 points, 8 rebounds in 22 minutes. He would be a massive loss if UC Davis can't get him back for the remainder of the game. They're without Niels Cooper, it appears. It appears they're without Jalen Stokes. And still, Soljanovic still being helped off the floor. He's about 10 feet away from the baseline. It'll be Aggie basketball off of the injury stoppage with 4:45 remaining. Your score 68-61. Hawaii ahead. Leading scorers in this game, 18 for Marcus Wilson for UC Davis, 15 for Hunter Erickson for Hawaii with 5 rebounds and 5 assists. Wilson brings it across midcourt, far side of the floor. Finds Daughtery Jr. between the rings. Finlayson on him out right for Sevilla. 3 off a screen, off the back rim, misses. Great job by Kerr. His hand was in there, but avoided being called for a foul. Erickson the other way, goes to Finlayson near wing, back to Erickson, top of the arc. Away from a Rulev screen, leans in, low block, turns, finds Rulev open, right side of the lane, and he gets the easy 2 to go. That's the 6th assist for Hunter Erickson. 70-61. Hawaii, who saw that lead drop to as low as 3, back up by 9 as we near 4 minutes to go. Hard drive from Chappelle, slips to the floor, ball on the ground, and that is going to be a foul here on UH on Namiksha. Oh, man. That looked like a clear slip to me on the floor, but instead, Namiksha's going to pick up his 3rd foul. It's not something you can review. 3:59 to go. Hawaii trying to hold on to the finish line. Rainbow Warriors 70, Aggies 61. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Lex Brody's Tire Company would like to say thank you very much for supporting UH. Wear your favorite UH gear into Lex Brody's and get an extra 5% off tires, brakes, and most other services on top of LexBrodys.com Super Saver coupons. You're the best fans, and Lex Brody's voted #1 in North America is the best choice for brake repairs and to purchase tires. Please visit LexBrodys.com for additional details and to set an online appointment.
Thank you very
Lex Brody's
Tire Company. You tackle an endless to-do list every day. It may seem like a thankless job, but you know better. It's the little things that matter most. That's why you'll appreciate the enduring value of the Michelin Defender tire. Designed for doers like you, Michelin's long-lasting tire keeps you on the go longer, so you have one less thing to worry about on your next road trip. Stop in today for miles of uncompromised safety and performance. Visit LexBrodys.com for the best tire value on Oahu. Thank you very much.
Lex Brody's Tire Company.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Hawaii has lost its last 5 games in this building. They've had trouble in places like the Thunderdome. They've had trouble in places like the Brett Event Center in Irvine. But trying to break that here, Hawaii leading 70-61 with 3:59 left to play. Some other scores going on around the Big West Conference. UC Santa Barbara has a 58-54 lead on UC Riverside with 3:57 to go. That game way too close to comfort. That is one that certainly UC Davis will look to see what the score is after the game. Both of those teams with Cal State Fullerton tied in 4th place in the Big West. CSUN and UC Irvine, Anteaters on top 36-24, 25 seconds left in the half. More on that game in a moment because there's a lot of talk on tiebreakers as Chappelle will shoot 1-1 here off of the Namiksha foul. Isaiah Chappelle, 5.7 rebounds, hits the first free throw. Tiebreakers come into play, and there's so much of a logjam, it's really hard to tell. But one thing I was told today, a Hawaii win over UC Davis would be a major help for Hawaii in the tiebreaker situation. Although if CSUN were to win tonight, that would put CSUN in a really good situation. They would sweep UC Irvine. There's a lot of splits around as Chappelle misses the second free throw. 3:53 remaining, 70-62 Hawaii. Erickson stops his dribble high right side, bounces it to Ruledev mid-post, squares on Rochak, backs in, turning to low block. Ruledev kicks out, a skip to Erickson left. 7 to shoot, in trouble to Demiksha at the wing with 5. Uses the dribble, now gets in the lane. Demiksha running right-handed too, that's good, with 2 on the timer. And Hawaii's put its lead back up to 10. It was 12 at the half, 3:23 to go. Wilson, high right side, or that gets it to the wing. Over a Rochak screen, chest pass left, Daughtery. Runs right into Finlandson. Back to Wilson, right corner Rochak. Drives on Ruledev, stops middle of the paint, turns, trying to bully his way in, leaning with his shoulder. Left-handed two is good. And Ruledev just kind of took it. I mean, he's got a couple fouls. Didn't want to send Rochak to the line. 72-64, under 3 to go. Kerr, well away from the basket, right sideline. Up top, Erickson, open for 3. That barely graces the front rim. Rebound, Sevilla. Quick in the timer, gives the Aggies an opportunity the other way. Sevilla driving on Kerr, stumbles and draws Kerr's 4th foul. 9th team foul, I think that is, on Hawaii. It is 1-1 for Sevilla. 1-1 for the conference's best free throw shooter at 89.4%. Front end of the 1-1, good. 72-65. I think everybody else kind of knew they didn't move from the free throw line. They know how automatic Sevilla is. Ruledev out, Isaac Johnson in. Johnson, of course, has not seen a lot of time here in the second half. He's got 4 fouls. Second free throw for Sevilla is good. 2-possession game, 72-66 Hawaii. 2:41 and a turning second half clock. Erickson, quick walk across midcourt. Guarded by Wilson. Pass high right side. Finds Demiksha, drives on Rochak. Demiksha misses the lay it. It was Demiksha, and he draws the foul. And Geddes will head to the line to shoot 2. Fouls on Wilson. It's his 3rd. And the referees, what is the referee asking for here? There's someone with a laptop, and they're kicking him. They're telling him to leave. He was sitting in a courtside seat. Sounds like they're kicking him out. I'm not sure what that individual did, but they've just kicked someone out from the front row. So, Demiksha shooting 2 shots. First one, around and out. Notable here, both of these teams still have 3 timeouts. No one's used one here in the second half. Second free throw, good. And UC Davis, speaking of, uses a 30-second timeout with 2.5 to play. Yeah, Hawaii, I don't think used its use it or lose it in the first half. And I don't remember if UC Davis did. But it has been, while I think the first half has been fairly sloppy, this second half has been a lot better. But no one's really gained super long swings here that have forced these teams to use timeouts and try to break rhythm and flow. UC Santa Barbara now has a 7-point lead on UC Riverside, 2:44 to go. They're in the second half. So, yeah, the tiebreakers. There are not a lot of outright sweeps. And in Hawaii's situation, split with CSUN, split with UC Irvine, split with UC Santa Barbara, split with UC San Diego, who right now is in 7th, split with Cal Poly, who's in 8th. But notable, UC Davis is not a split. They could sweep that. Cal State Fullerton on Saturday, a win there would be a sweep there. And you can pick up some sweeps that will help with potential tiebreakers. 2:27 to go. Daughtery across the timeline near wing Wilson. Wilson at the free throw line left has Rulideff on him. Drives on him. Leads it for 2. Rulideff blocks the shot. Knocks it out of bounds. That is block, I believe. That's block number 5 by Hawaii in this game. Baseline inbound here for Wilson. Looking baseline, trying to look right corner, finds Daughtery and brings it back out to Wilson. 15 to shoot. Sevilla rolling off a couple of screens. They can't find him. Wilson drives instead, spins, leans on Erickson. Euro step 2 is good. I don't know how he didn't travel. Gets the Euro step and gets the lane. 73-68 now. Hawaii will call for time with 2 minutes to go. This timeout brought to you by HCAMP, the Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program. Visit hawaiiconcussion.com. Hawaii 73, UC Davis 68. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds here for Station ID. Bows by 5. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu. With 2 minutes to play, Hawaii has led most of the way. In fact, they have led all second half. Well, this one got down to as much as 3 at one point. Now let's pause 10 seconds for Station ID. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
This is ESPN Honolulu, KKEA Honolulu, AM 1420 and K224FR, Honolulu, 92.7 FM.
Finlinson inbounding near sideline, gets it into Hunter Erickson. Hawaii leading by 5, 1:55 remaining. Both teams with 2 timeouts, a 30 and a full remaining. Erickson standing dribble just in front of the midcourt line. Johnson to set a screen. Erickson uses it. Now flashing up top is Namiksha. Drives left of the lane. Twist, stumbles on the floor. And what do we have? Held ball. It's UC Davis basketball. Now the officials are going to get together. Namiksha being told to stop arguing with the official. Or did Hawaii get a timeout here? Hold on. Did Hawaii get a timeout before the held possession? Or did something else happen here? We got it's a held ball. And did a technical foul get given to Hawaii here? Yep, technical foul on Hawaii has just been called. What a time for that with 1:40 to go. Namiksha must have said something to the official that triggered the technical. That technical also becomes a personal. It's his 4th foul. This is under review, though. And I'm not sure what is being reviewed here. I mean, the arrow is what it is, but I don't know what would have potentially been given that would draw a review. Oh. Is there potential contact to the face of Namiksha that drew Namiksha's argument and drew a technical? Oh, yeah. Rochak's leg comes up, and I don't know if it's in the process of just walking away, but his leg comes up and his right leg comes up and makes contact with Namiksha. Held ball. Now, I think we just saw offsetting technicals. Yes, it's an offsetting technical. So Namiksha gets one, and now Rochak gets a technical. Wow. That's pretty significant. And UC Davis is kind of wondering, how could there be offsetting technicals? Jim Less is less than thrilled with this. Now remember, possession arrow gives it to UC Davis, so offsetting technicals go that way. Jim Less is getting, and Nico Rochak is not thrilled because Rochak's wondering, what did I do? And now what do we have here? The official making sure to tell the scores table, technical foul is also a personal foul, also team foul. So you look at the team foul situation, UC Davis is now in the double bonus. Next UC Davis foul puts Hawaii in the double bonus. 5-point game, 73-68, 1:37 to go. Wilson driving right on Erickson, leans in, throws it out up top left for Sevilla. Now straight away, Chappelle, quick three, misses. Rebound, Rulinev trying to hold on to it. He goes to the floor, held possession. It'll be Hawaii basketball. I mean, Daughtery just forced up the three, or Chappelle forced up the three for whatever reason. It was Daughtery in with Rulinev to try to get possession off the miss, but it was a wild-looking three. But going back to the double technicals, Hawaii really does get bailed out by that. And just because you don't want technical free throws and a basket and a possession, which in a 5-point game could change everything. Kerr dribbling high left. They're denying Erickson the basketball, but he wants it. Kerr's going to go around him right and hold on to possession. 15 to shoot. 1:10 to go. Kerr gets a late screen from Johnson. Now uses a second one. 8 on the timer. Kerr driving to the low block. Cut off. Leaning on Rochak. Trying to bounce it inside for Finlandson. Ball loose. On the floor. UC Davis gets the turnover. Boy, that was a really bad possession for Hawaii with no spacing and nowhere to go. But the deny of Erickson made that work. 47 seconds. Wilson driving left. Stops mid-block. Retreats out with the dribble. 13 on the timer. Wilson drives on Rulinev. Gets by. Lay in. Good. One possession game. UC Davis uses one of its last 2 timeouts. We'll step away. 38.7 to go. It is Hawaii 73, UC Davis 70. The finish when we come back. This is Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Live Safe Hawaii is the safety store. We're in the business of protecting people and giving them peace of mind. We provide you with the best, less lethal products on the market that give you the ability to defend yourselves against life's unexpected moments. Why choose Live Safe Hawaii, the safety store? Because we offer more benefits than any dealer in the country with 3 world leader safety brands to choose from. One store, most awarded in America. Find us at livesafehawaii.com.
Kimo, hey, you all set?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay then, let's do this.
I like this place.
Yeah, Hawaiian Financial FCU feels local.
They feel right. I can do this.
Graduation, a big step forward. So is making sure your graduate is set up for the real world. That's why local families choose Hawaiian Financial Federal Credit Union. Friendly service, trusted support, and help setting your kid up for what's next. Hawaiian Financial. Together starts here for life. Membership open to Oahu and Maui residents. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
38.7 seconds left. Hawaii 73, UC Davis 70. Question will be here off the timeout. What does UC Davis decide to do defensively? There's an 8-second difference between game and shot clock. They could play this out and force a Hawaii miss or a turnover, or they could elect to foul. We'll see what they do. Isaac Johnson, Isaiah Kerr, Isaac Finlandson, Harry Rulinev, Hunter Erickson, the 5 on the floor. Hawaii will inbound baseline to our right, going the length of the floor, and Rulinev can run the baseline off the timeout. Bagbemi's got his back turned to the inbounder. So he's going to look to cover whoever might get open, trying to go for the ball. Rulinev inbounds to Erickson, the baseline. Double team comes, gets it away to Erickson, or to Rulinev, back to Erickson. They got to get it 3 seconds, and Hawaii uses a timeout. Hawaii was concerned they weren't going to get it across in 10 seconds. So Hawaii uses a 30-second timeout. 22 on the shot clock. 31.6 on the game clock. By the time they got the pass to Isaiah Kerr, far sideline, looked like they could potentially get it across midcourt in time. But Coach Eran Ganot was yelling for that timeout before that pass got there. You don't want to take a chance in this situation where a turnover gives UC Davis the ball in its territory in a one-possession game. It is better to err on the side of caution, and Hawaii did just that. So both teams now with one timeout left. Hawaii a full, UC Davis at 30. That timeout brought to you by HCAMP, the Hawaii Concussion Awareness Management Program. Visit hawaiiconcussion.com. Coach Ganot asking us, and no one answered, so he looked at me. Rulead to inbound far sideline. Holding on to it, still holding on to it, throws it near midcourt for Finlayson, gets across the timeline, and then lofted, taken away by Fagbemi. 24 seconds to go, and a foul on Rulead at the hole near the three-point line. What in the world? Finlayson trying to dribble out of traffic, ran into Moore. So 2 free throws here for Wilson. Rulead called for his third foul. UC Davis will likely have to foul because the shot clock is now off. Wilson's got 2. My goodness. First one. Good. 73-71. Here's the big thing. Hawaii's got to box out because if Wilson misses the second free throw, Hawaii's got to make sure UC Davis doesn't get it back. 24.4 on the clock. Wilson with 23. Can't make it 24. Misses the free throw. Rebound Isaac Johnson. Johnson throws it ahead for Erickson. He's double teamed. Back to Johnson. 17 seconds. And he's grabbed in the open floor by Fagbemi with 17.2 left. That's a big missed second free throw because now Johnson to the free throw line. He's a good free throw shooter at 87.1%. And if he hits both free throws, it's back to a 2-possession game. Johnson 1-1 for the free throw line. Loudest this crowd has been all night, trying to get in the head of Big Fish. First free throw. Good. 74-71. And if for whatever reason Johnson misses this free throw, the next question is, do you then foul to avoid allowing them to take a three? They were supposed to at the end of overtime, and Isaiah Kerr made an executive decision and didn't. It ended up working out. Second free throw. Good. 75-71. Gatus Namiksha comes in for Isaac Johnson with his 4 fouls. 2 clutch free throws for Ike. 75-71. Sevilla inbounds, and with a running start, here comes Wilson. Wilson against Erickson, gets in the lane. Wilson, left hand, 2, missed it, but a foul called here from the backside official with 11.7 left, and Wilson will go to the line. Wow. I mean, Wilson knew there was enough time that you could take it to the rim. That foul was called from about 23 feet away. I mean, it looked like there was some contact. But free throws here for Wilson, who has had a tremendous night. First foul shot, good, 75-72. So it's back to a one-possession game. Namiksha out, Johnson in. Really, Johnson in offensively as a free throw shooter if he is fouled. Second one here for Wilson. Shots away. Good. 75-73. Chappelle in for Rochak. No, Rochak staying in. Who's coming out? It's going to be Wilson coming out. Erickson this time will be the inbounder. 11.7 left, and Hawaii will use a timeout just before the inbound, and Hawaii's last used right there. They got the inbound in eventually, but it was in such a bad spot. Kerr was stuck in the far corner, back to the opposite side of the floor. It would have been very difficult for him to turn and find someone to get the ball to. So that timeout, not just because of timing, but also because of the space in which the ball was inbounded, was a good timeout to use. But now Hawaii has to remember the Bows are out of timeouts. 11.7 on the clock. It's 75-73. Josh Pacheco with you from University Credit Union Center here in Davis, California. It has been just a wild game that Hawaii has led most of the way. In fact, Hawaii has led for over 33 minutes, but at times it hasn't been made easy. 13 turnovers. They've given up 5 more offensive rebounds. It's been a little struggle here late. And I hear a very difficult inbound coming with 11.7 on the clock. Officials trying to remember where Zrulianev gets to inbound. He will. Far side of the baseline. Hawaii's drawn up a play here in the timeout to get the ball in. Thrown in for Finlandson to the baseline. He's fouled immediately by Daughtery Jr. His second. Both teams in the double bonus. So Finlandson, a 65.8% free throw shooter, will head to the line. Hawaii has not been there a lot. 9 of 11. UC Davis has 21 of 26, just under 81%. Massive free throws here for the transfer from Snow College. One dribble, slight bend to the knees, right-handed free throw away, good. 76-73. Namicha back in, Johnson out with those 4 fouls. That's defense for offense. Big second one to make it a 2-possession contest. Free throw for Finlandson. Good. 77-73, 11.2 left. Hawaii's defense being told, don't foul. Wilson racing in the front court. Drives on Erickson. Goes up against 2 defenders. Namicha blocks the shot. UC Davis won't foul. And Hawaii with a massive road win here in Northern California. 77-73. Hawaii for the moment on top of the Big West Conference at 12-5 with 3 games remaining. The Bows snap a 5-game losing streak in this building against a depleted UC Davis squad without Niels Cooper, without Jalen Stokes. They lost Omer Soljanovic in this game. Hawaii, in a way, had to fight itself and fight its own mistakes. But the Bows get the job done. And awaiting the result of UC Irvine and CSUN, as Isaac Johnson points to the Hawaii crowd behind and says, one more this week, which Hawaii knows it truly needs to earn its first road sweep of the season. Hawaii has come back after one of its worst losses of the season against Cal Poly. Hawaii has come back. Huge home win against UC Santa Barbara on Saturday. Huge road win here tonight against UC Davis. Our final, Hawaii 77, UC Davis 73. We've got more here in a moment from the University Credit Union Center. You are listening to Hawaii Basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Aloha, Kanoa Leahy here. I want to tell you about a special Kama'aina company I love, Kahala, the original Aloha shirt since 1936. Locally owned and operated in Honolulu, Kahala has been crafting iconic Aloha shirts for generations. To celebrate 90 years of Aloha in 2026, Kahala will be releasing limited edition shirts honoring each decade, from the 1930s to the 2020s. They look great and feel even better. Support local and check them out online at kahala.com, on Instagram at Kahala, or at one of their 6 locations island-wide.
Rainbow basketball season is here, and Hele is running full court press on savings. Save 25 cents per gallon on fuel every day when you download the Hele app. That's right, save 25 cents per gallon every single day with the Hele app. Plus, use your Hele Kama'aina rewards points for a refuel or a spam musubi. Whether you're courtside or watching from home, Hele's got the winning play. Download the app to redeem.
Hele on! I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The following is a paid advertisement by Family Vacation Getaways with the purpose of soliciting sales of vacation ownership. For complete details, visit fvgradio.com.
If you want a 100% complimentary stay at a luxury resort in Cancun, airfare not included, then Family Vacation Getaways is your ticket to paradise.
See website for complete details.
We're giving away 5 days and 4 nights to the first 50 callers who can name an animal that lays eggs and is not a bird.
An animal that lays eggs and is not a bird. Do you know it?
Call now, 800-417-6411. 800-417-6411. You're also eligible for an exciting bonus vacation to Orlando, Florida for just $498. And don't worry about anything ruining your plans. We can extend your travel up to 18 months. Name an animal that lays eggs and is not a bird, and you get a complimentary Cancun resort stay and an optional bonus vacation to Orlando for just $498. What are you waiting for? Call 800-417-6411 and give us your answer.
The proceeding is not a contest and is a paid advertisement by Family Vacation Getaways and not sponsored by this program or its affiliates.
30 for 30 presents the Philly Special.
38 seconds to go. We're on the 1-yard line, 4th down. We call timeout.
It was all about the Patriots. They were built for this. Nobody was quite sure what the Eagles were built for.
Right away, the Philly Special jumped in my mind. You want Philly?
My pause was just like, yeah, let's do it.
That's it.
This isn't the play of the game, folks. This is the play of the season.
Stream the Philly Special now on the ESPN app.
Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Hawaii 77, UC Davis 73. Hawaii hadn't won in this place in a while, and behind a very gritty effort from guys like Isaac Johnson, Isaac Finlayson, with a couple of big free throws down the stretch. Hawaii had 5 players in double figures tonight. The Rainbow Warriors, for the moment, sitting at the top of the Big West standings. They will be joined by either UC Irvine or CSUN. That game still got 15 minutes and change to go, with UC Irvine holding a 40-38 lead, which would, honestly, a UC Irvine win would be massive for Hawaii, because that would force a series split between those two teams. And all those series splits can really muddy up the standings. The more of the series sweeps you can get, like Hawaii has just earned here with UC Davis, the better. So that's certainly one we'll watch. UC Santa Barbara has defeated UC Riverside 70-59. How that factors in here is that UC Santa Barbara now at 11-7 is alone in 4th place. Cal State Fullerton at 10-7, UC Davis at 10-8. So for the moment, UC Davis has fallen out of a potential first-round bye in the conference tournament. That right now sits in the hands of UC Santa Barbara. Cal State Fullerton not playing tonight. They'll play on Saturday. So that is 4, 5, and 6 right now in the standings. 2 and 3 will be determined here in the next, I'd say, about 40 minutes or so. And then the other two games, UC San Diego leading Cal State Bakersfield 51-35. UC San Diego is still trying to figure out some consistency, but a win for UC San Diego would put them in a tie for 5th and move UC Davis all the way down to 10-8, would move UC Davis down to 7th place in the conference standings. I mean, that's a big drop from 4-7 here late in the game, and just 2 games remaining. This was UC Davis's senior night tonight, and UC Davis has Long Beach State and UC Irvine to wrap up the year. That UC Irvine game was just selected for national television next week, Saturday. That's 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, 3 o'clock Hawaii time. The other game going on tonight, Cal Poly leading Long Beach State 55-47. Cal Poly with a win would eliminate Long Beach State and would set up the field of 8 for the Big West tournament. The question would then become seeding, which will be figured out, I'm sure, pretty soon as everything goes along. Let's go through the final stats tonight. Hawaii shoots 50.9% from the floor, 28 of 55, 10 of 22 from the three-point line, 11 of 13 from the free throw line. Hawaii did not go there a lot, but Hawaii did hit some big ones down the stretch. Finlayson with those 2 late. Rulev was 1 of 2. Johnson 3 of 3. Erickson 2 of 2. Toomey 2 of 2. 1 of 2 for Namiksha. 10 of 22 from the three-point line, pretty significant. Most of that done in the first half. Hawaii had some big answers to some of the shots that UC Davis knocked down. So they go 45.5% from three-point range. 5 players in double figures, as we mentioned earlier. 16 for Isaac Johnson, 15 for Hunter Erickson. Now, with Johnson, most of that took place in the first half because he was in foul trouble most of the way. He had 14 in the first half, just 2 in the second half. Those 2, the 2 free throws, there at the end of the game. Erickson with 15 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. 13 for Isaac Finlayson with 4 rebounds and 3 steals. He was 5 of 10 from the floor. 11 for Harry Rulev with 3 rebounds, a couple of steals. He was 4 of 7 from the floor, knocked down a couple of threes in as many attempts. And then off the bench, Gitas Namiksha, 10 points and 3 rebounds. He goes 4 of 8 from the floor, knocked down a 3 in the first half. I want to give credit to Yassine Toomey. He played over 15 minutes, and once again, with the foul trouble to Johnson, I think Namiksha might have, no, it wasn't Namiksha. I think it was, I think it was Namiksha who was in foul trouble as well in the first half. Toomey had to play some important minutes. He goes 6 points, 2 of 4 from the floor. So, and this is after the first game they played this year back in December, where he scored a season high for him in 13 points on 4 of 4 shooting and 5 of 6 from the free throw line. I think the numbers that do stick out, the turnovers, Hawaii gave it away 13 times, but did have 13 assists. But Hawaii did also have 10 steals. UC Davis had some uncharacteristic turnovers of its own, gave the ball away 17 times. UC Davis shoots 43% from the floor, 8 of 26 from the three-point line, just under 31%. 21 of 26 from the foul line, just under 81%. They did not have Nils Cooper, who, when these teams first played, Nils Cooper was the team's leading scorer. And then he just played 5 minutes on Saturday. He has been kind of his offensive impact has been kind of slipping a little bit. They were without him. They were without Jalen Stokes. And so Marcus Wilson, who averages 11 a game, had to pick up the slack, and he did in a big way. 25 points on 9 of 17 shooting and 6 of 9 from the free throw line. 11 for Carl Daugherty Jr. on 4 of 9 shooting. 11 for Connor Sevilla, which is under his average. He dealt with some foul trouble late in the first half. Sevilla was 2 of 9 including 1 of 7 from outside the three-point border and 6 of 6 from the free throw line. And Niko Rochak finishes with 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. And most of what he did, he only took 2 shots. He went 8 of 9 from the free throw line in this game. But the intangibles, won by UH. Points off turnovers, Hawaii by 5. They ultimately win by 4. It's 18-13. Points in the paint, Hawaii 34-26. You see the final result. Fast break points, Hawaii by 8, 18-10. Bench points, Hawaii by 8, 18-10. So Hawaii had success in some of the most important intangible numbers tonight, and that makes a big difference. We'll come back. We'll chat with Hawaii head coach Eran Ganot, and we'll set up the rest of this road trip, which includes Cal State Fullerton for the final time at Titan Gym coming up on Saturday. 77-73. Hawaii defeats UC Davis. You're listening to Hawaii basketball on ESPN Honolulu.
Did you know emotional symptoms are common after a concussion? Anxiety, sadness, irritability? These feelings can make everyday life harder after a head injury. And if you've had emotional struggles before, recovery could take even longer. That's why it's so important to recognize and understand these symptoms are a normal part of healing. If you need help, contact a medical professional. Learn more at hawaiiconcussion.com. This message was brought to you by Hawaii Concussion Awareness.